I've got the map on the big screen because I'm using my laptop and a TV. Woohoo!
I'm essentially ready to go. Well, Sally was already stated since the beginning, since I figured this will end in a fight eventually.
Almost like he knew at some point we'd figure it out. I've had my suspicions of her from the beginning.
I think we all have.
So if I remember correctly, when we last left off, we were about mid-morning of the day before we had to go see her. Or that I had scheduled to see her.
Pretty much. So what are your plans?
Bazak has a few shopping plans he has to do. The first one, though, he's going to go find a occultist shop, but he's going to have to do so really low key and super stealthy. So that's what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and like slip out of the house and go into like the shady part of town. And I'm fully aware this is like a super high class town, but there's still always a shady part of every town. Every town has a shady side. Mm-hmm. So that's where you get your illicit shit.
Well,
stealth, so I can disappear down into alleyways into there.
Well, needless to say, to sneak out the house, at least past guards without alerting them, you're going to need a stealth check first.
I was looking for it. It took me a second to find it. It's 13. It's 28.
Yeah, you sneak out of the house. Lakel's guards aren't, nor Captain Algarve is none aware.
And this is my knowledge local to try and find that shop that I was talking about.
But you don't find jack and shit in the shop.
Actually, that should be a 14. I don't know why I put +1. It should be +6.
Oh. Well, if you add this... So it's supposed to be 14.
Yes.
All right. If that's true, then yeah, you have to go into the deep, dark alleys, like underneath some of the hot springs, but it's a little hot, but you do find a mysterious shop out place.
I want to do a perception check around me to see if there's anyone like.
You don't know if anything's around you.
General vicinity.
You don't know.
More like people, not things. People.
Oh yeah, that's enough to get a good glance around the general area. No one that shouldn't be around you isn't around you.
Do they seem more interested than they should be?
No, they're just it's a rich town, and it's a rich town, and you are going to find people who, let's just say, also are in not so clean activities, but they have that if you don't fuck with us, we don't fuck with you moment at the time.
I'm gonna go into the shop.
Even high end towns have shady people.
Yeah, I know. So I'm gonna go into the shop and I'm going to check on his price for a small bag or however much I actually need for what I need to do of cold iron powder.
Cold iron powder? What, you're going demon hunting or something?
You could say something like that. I got some big game that I got to go for, and I need the proper traps.
I see. Give me a minute. He goes to the back. You can see it's like a dingy shop. You actually stumble across a shop more designed with various hunting tools and a lot more occult items than you would find in the main street.
Yeah, this is a place where witch hunters would go to.
Pretty much.
Which is exactly what I was looking for.
All right. He brings out like two. What are you looking for again?
A bag of cold iron in a powdered form.
He brings out like an ounce of it in a bag. Is like, all right. So what's your asking price for this? See if we can get something bargaining here.
10 gold.
10 gold.
Do you need me to roll a linguist?
How about 20?
How about 15?
Driving hard.
26 diplomacy, by the way.
That's what I figured that was. Hey, drive a hard bargain. All right. 15 gold an ounce. How many you need?
Give me 3 ounces. No, 2 ounces.
He goes to the back end, scoops up another ounce, and gives it to you. Anything else? Anything else you're looking for?
I mean, unless you got like fucking demon capture jars. No, I think that's it.
He has one, but he doesn't look interested in selling it. At least not for a normal price.
It's currently being occupied at the moment.
Yeah, he's like, I have this one, but yeah, I'm.
It has my ex-wife inside of it.
My
My ex-wife is inside. She was a succubus.
Not a succubus, but let's just say, for the
She was a
sake of
hag.
the world, she was a demon, an actual demon. For the sake of this world, it's probably best the jar keeps shut. Unless you have 2 platinum, then fuck the world.
Yeah,
Let
me just whip that out.
That's
of which,
20 gold. 2 platinum's only 20 gold.
Oops, my bad. 20. Unless you have 20 platinum, then yeah.
Yeah,
I keep forgetting. My bad.
Ty forgot the conversion, right?
Yeah,
I do have this this ring that we haven't sold yet. It's a ring of counterspell. How much you want to give me for this?
Damn good ring. I'll give you about 100 for it.
Can I do an appraisal check on this ring and determine what its actual value would be?
Go ahead.
I have to have ranks and appraisal. 11.
It's a nice ring.
It's a magically nice ring.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. I'll give you what? 115. That's my final offer.
Diplomacy, 200.
He knows this ring is worth at least twice as much. For a selling value, that is.
A ring of counterspell is 4,000 gold.
I would say he knows this ring's worth a whole lot more. He's just, trying to lowball you because of the shop in question.
Oh, so that's what I figured out for my appraisal?
Well, no, you didn't know about that in your appraisal. That's actually the ring. Actually, he knows that he's supposed to sell you for 2,000 gold, but seeing that there's no way the authorities are going to cross the shop, he's going to make any price he damn near wants, unless something stops him.
Like the fact that I actually know the value of this ring, and that you lied to me. Liar. You're a dirty liar, Ty.
Well, I'm not the one you have to lying. You have to talk to this dude.
I'm gonna take my business somewhere else. Fuck you, Ty. I'm leaving the shop.
She's like, take care. As he sees you, Alf. You hear him mumbling in the background, like, damn, that was a good ring. Could have sold that for at least 6,000 as you leave the shop.
I'll go sell it to a fucking wizard. He'll appreciate it.
I'm gonna probably wander out of the place myself and go back to that blacksmith that we've been, giving some decent business to recently.
You're coming back here. What brings you back to my shop?
Would you happen to have a quiver of cold iron arrows?
Cold iron? Damn, dude. Well, yes, of course I do. Some nobles actually are interested in it. But we rarely get those unless you're hunting for something demonic. Something we should know about?
Let's just say I spent a lot of time out and about in the world, and you had to be cautious.
Hey, the little news we get from the outside world, I understand. I have to make those by hand, mind you. So give me about a couple of hours. I should have a quiver for you ready.
Yep, and the cost for cold iron weapons is double their normal cost. So a quiver of cold iron arrows would cost 2 gold to buy.
Given that I have to actually sit there and work on it, I'll charge you the actual 2 gold they're worth this time.
Yeah.
I noticed.
So 2 gold, 1 dozen, so that's 24 gold. Of course.
No, it's not. A quiver of arrows is 20 arrows.
Oh, 20, my bad. What am I thinking?
He was trying to sell you a baker's dozen.
Yeah.
Here's a hot steaming.
I just woke up
baker's
from
dozen arrows.
I just woke up from a nap to get ready for this, so
Yeah,
don't
it's
mind.
fine.
Don't mind my
All of
sleep.
us took a fucking nap before coming
Yeah.
to this.
And I wish
You're
I
not that
went
same
with them.
special.
Anyway, so yeah, 20 arrows, 20 hours, 2 gold apiece. Pay
2
me up
gold
front, of
total.
course.
2 gold total.
Oh, 2 gold total.
Yeah, it's 1 gold for 20. 1 gold for 20 normal arrows. For cold iron, it just doubles the cost.
That's
It's straight up how it works.
give me
Yeah,
give
a
me
single
2 gold.
arrow is only a few copper.
Yeah.
I was figuring out something was wrong with that conversion. Anyway, give me about 2 gold, and I'll get to work making them. Come back in about a couple of hours.
Can we say that I also went with Vikrin?
Oh yeah,
Sure.
you're right next to him.
Yeah. Do you happen to have?
Suddenly, a dwarf comes out of your cloak, and he's just like, "Yo, what's up?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh? How did I get here? Anyway, do you happen to have?
Mr. Smith, how you doing? What
Good,
can I
how
do
are
for you?
Do you happen to have a cold iron morning star, or at least one that could you make? Would you?
He looks at the both of you and is like, something's up, but cold
you guys are
iron
like the
morning.
most suspicious motherfuckers in this goddamn
Yeah,
group.
because no one's actually running around asking for cold iron everything, but
Buying cold iron. It was just me with cold iron arrows. I could pull this off. The problem is Sam had to join me. Damn it, Sam.
I'll throw in
You
an
guys
extra
are super
20
fucking
gold.
suspicious. Like, I went out of my way to not draw attention to myself. So you guys just bop into the fucking shop and like, yo, we need to buy like a fuck ton of weapons and made of cold iron. It's cool, you know, right?
You do realize that you kind of have to go to a blacksmith for cold iron arrows, right? And I'll basically just whoops, and a platinum will drop out and just fall onto it, and then I'll just walk away.
he looks at
How
it
does
and goes,
Queen get here? Who put this here?
well, I guess you guys are really serious about this. Fine. You have to give me a half day for that mace, though.
Okay.
Payment
Should be
up front, of course, as well.
I
And
get
I'll-
gold.
And I'll tell you what, give me a barrel of your family's best brewery. Well, I know the Dragon Ale is a mystery. If you can find that, it's a miracle. But give me your family's second best brewery, and I won't tell the guards.
Okay.
Don't you mean best brew? If you say brewery, it's
Best brew.
that's a
Best
building.
brew.
You want me to give you the deed to
I
the
want
brewery?
I want your best fucking building. That's a little expensive, don't you think?
Okay, your best brew, and I'll keep this a secret from the guards.
Okay. I hand him a.
I expect the barrel at payment.
Okay.
And then he goes, and then he has to actually close the shop so it doesn't draw attention, so he actually can make the equipment.
There'll be a little barrel roll, about a gallon barrel rolling behind the shop. Oh, there goes the reporter.
I have a feeling you're a good man. Anyway, like I said, I have to go close the shop to make this. Don't want to draw the guards' suspicions after all.
Have a good day, sir.
He nods and sees you out so he can actually get to work.
Okay.
I'll pick up my arrows when at the allotted time. Then I'll return to the house,
All right.
doing a standard inspection of them and making sure they're nice and sharp.
Meanwhile, I snuck my way back into the house unnoticed and then made breakfast before anyone knew I was gone. Because I'm awesome like that. I don't know if you noticed my messages. I'm trying.
Yeah, I was reading them.
I'm trying to keep quiet as best as I can.
So you sneak into the kitchen and get started cooking.
Please stop talking over me. I can't talk much louder than this because I'll wake everybody up in the house. So I'm going to need
It's
you guys
fine.
to not talk over me when I'm trying to speak.
All right, no problem. So you sneak back into the house. Aldera has 2 holy symbols she ordered that just got delivered, and still deciding which one she actually wants to jettison to.
Oh, which one does she have?
Well,
Which ones are they?
Well, a particular Tengu and a particular Drow convinced her these might be 2 solid options she got to go
So
to.
that's not
say that.
Villaria?
Yeah.
So the butterfly, or I don't know what the Villarian holy symbol looks like.
Actually, I don't know what it is off the top of my head either. I don't remember it saying specifically what it was. I'd have to look it up. Destin's a butterfly, though?
Yeah, one of her most well-known servants is the Night Monarch, a
Okay.
giant butterfly.
I am the monarch.
The
Do you
power of the
really-
monarch.
You do know that Monarch has the ability to control fate, right?
Let's see. What is it?
I'm seeing it while traveling.
It's a compass, Spencer.
Is it?
A compass adorned with lotuses.
If you say so.
All right, so she's sitting there in the breakfast table. One side is a butterfly monarch. The other side is the lotus compass.
Good morning, Aldara. I see you have 2 new holy symbols.
Yes, but I still have to decide on which one. For everything I read and what you guys told me, these two should be one. One of these two should be my best option. Fortunately, I still haven't fully decided yet.
I'm sure you will make the right choice.
So what's
Because
for? Go ahead.
As I was about to say, for any choice one makes is always the right choice on their path.
Well, I can't exactly say that given my previous choice.
It was your best choice at the time. One should merely live with their consequences, not allow them to burden themselves into their future.
And you have a point. Anyway, Barrow the King have business in the back, so they won't be around for a while.
Oh, then that means there's more breakfast for us. I start setting food on the
Well,
table.
Barrow, Lako, and the King, should I say? Bear had to come over after what happened with my sister. So, what's for breakfast?
Egg burritos. I don't know. Fuck it. Breakfast burritos. I made
Yeah.
scrambled eggs and I put them into a tortilla shell and I threw sausages in there.
All right, well,
Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was going to ask. I'm assuming that there's quite a bit of land that's around this very nice house.
Oh yeah, this is like couple of acres around,
Honestly, she has a lot of privacy.
and the hot spring and her personal hot spring in question.
Yeah.
Which after everything that's happened, at least for one day, the princess is going to spend some time in before she has to get ready for battle. So she's in the back in the hot spring.
I'll give her time then.
You're not gonna go spy on her like a weird perv.
No. I've got no reason to.
Alright, so anyone else doing anything this morning?
Other than some random shopping that I may need to take care of later in the day, this one we can be a little more open with.
General demonology study, trying to find weaknesses that are known to succubi. But at the very least about my cold iron arrows.
I'd like a map of the house. I know one of y'all should have it.
See what it is. Or Victor.
And I'd like to study that map. So
I'll make a copy from my what was it? From my journal. Let me roll cartography because that actually works in this case.
In the meantime, Alara, would you like to go shopping with me later today? I have to pick out some outfits for my possibly death-defying date tonight. Or tomorrow night. Not tonight, tomorrow night.
Well, as long as you don't get yourself killed, sure.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know much about Miss Moon. I just heard from various sources she's pretty tough. And she likes to, quote, play with anyone who actually fights her.
Well, considering she's a succubus, that sounds about right.
I rolled
Or
a
at least
command
that's what I
profession
suspect she
cartography, so
is.
I think it's a fairly accurate map that I've given him. Though
Yeah, he
there's
has a
limitations.
fairly accurate map. Actually, I might as well just show you what her house looks like.
Thank you.
There you go.
That is a schmancy house.
Nice. Guest house as well.
Well, she is as the spy master of the king, and given how long she's probably been alive for, you could say she's racked up quite a bit of money on the years.
Yeah, we're kind of jumping into a pretty not so fun scenario. You got to play it safe.
And
So-
just to give you a heads up, you also tell her that the item in question. Let me make sure I'm pinged to you guys. That's where the piece of parchment is. You also mark.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if everybody's pinging it, I might as well do too.
Back to Indigo Manor.
I like how it's Indigo Manor and not Lakewood Manor, considering it's her fucking house.
When the princess comes back, I will offer to teach her how to create a field shrine to Gozray, the god her mother followed.
She looks attentively at it.
Well,
She's like studying it like her fucking life depends on it.
yeah,
Well, she wants to know it as well.
yeah.
Plus, after everything, she's a lot more relaxed after her hot spring bath.
As long as she does not smell of manufactured soap, I'm fine with her using the hot spring.
She smells like perfume and flowers.
God damn
She
it.
smelled dirty.
Great. Now she's going to scare every bit of wildlife for about 5-mile radius.
She isn't that stupid. She's just clean.
22, I probably pull off a pretty good shrine.
Yeah, she has. You managed to teach her a decent amount of the basics, if you will.
Natural materials, rough shapes, things like that.
And I forgot Barrow's actually in this meeting. I forgot to actually grab her paper. So yeah, pretend she's there.
Pretend she's there.
Yeah, like I said, the king, Lako, and Barrow are having a meeting of, hey, this is what's happening. This is what we had to deal with when pretty much a bunch of a bunch of powerful undead came to break Minerva out. And since that guard,
Showed up at the fucking place. I thought it was like one guy.
again,
Undead came and broke out. I thought it was like one dude.
yeah, one dude's a necromancer.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
And there are reports that he was being carried by the undead because he's lazy.
You making
What?
fun of my lazy mancer?
Well, you did meet him. Well, you did meet him last session.
He was making a reference to my necromancer for the Diablo 2 games because we call it the lazy mancer because he focuses on summoning creatures and has them do all the work for him instead
Oh,
of
God.
actually doing any direct attacks other than a curse here and there.
Which is kind of sad since this is how this guy's actually designed.
Oh my god, we're fighting Malarath Minhareth, the lazy mancer of Diablo.
We're boned.
Oh yeah, you guys are fucked.
Actually, no, it's quite easy to stop him. If we can get him to consecrated ground, he shouldn't be able to summon them.
Good luck there.
Yeah, consecrated ground's a lot harder than you might think.
And it's not like we
Sure.
can just sneak up, pick him up when he's asleep, and bring him to consecrated ground without him realizing it.
Well,
the
if we
ritual
can
to
get to him
create
when he's sleeping,
and the ritual to create concentrated ground takes time.
well, and if we can get to him while he's sleeping and kidnap him, we've won. We don't need to do anything. We just got to basically bag over his head, sock in his mouth, hands tied behind his back.
I know, yeah. Seal does raise a point. If we find him when he's fucking asleep, why would we bother taking him to concentrated ground and then fighting him? We just beat his ass when he's asleep.
But you have to find
Yeah.
him first.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but I mean, containing him at consecrated ground would actually be a great method, along with the whole bound, gagged, tied up.
Anyway, the princess does bring up one question. It's like, now supposedly that necromancer had a brother. What do you think he's like?
Probably also a douchebag.
I'm guessing he's that paladin that Osmodian paladin that keeps getting mentioned.
Hmm. You could hear a stir of anger coming from her voice, but compared to the last time you two had a conversation about this, it's a lot more subtle. All right, so anyone
Yes,
going?
I've been slowly forging that anger into a weapon for her.
All right, so PSEC's going shopping. Anyone else is joining him, other than I assume picking up your weapons?
That'd be about it.
All right, so you
I'll
get
be hanging out at the house.
your arrows, and Samuel, you actually are quite surprised at how well the mace is made.
Nice. I look it over.
It's got a little picture of a penis for you. Beat her ass with a dick of justice.
No, he actually comments like, "I put a little extra. I had nothing to do, so I put a little extra umph into it. Whatever you had to fight, I wish you luck, my friend."
Nice.
And you quickly knows it's actually a masterwork. Cold Eye Mace. And I just fumbled some words. Anyway,
Thank you, sir.
You know what's funny?
what?
With how much time Aldara spends with the Tengus, she's probably the only one in this group that can tell us apart. Considering she spends almost all her time exclusively alone in our company.
Bow chicka wow wow.
Including spending at least one entire day of one few apiece.
Well, she spent an entire week total, or week and a
Oh,
half.
that's right.
With Zach alone.
He spent the entire week at Peacock and at least 1 or 2 whole days with Karkindle.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
one or both of us at time.
And I love how she's considering my god, and I haven't spent nearly as much time with her. Destin Master Race, y'all. Destin Master Race.
Well, you also left the Asmodeus, so there's a little bit more to you.
You have a little extra edge when you point out that you were part of their same cult, or rather their same faith.
Yeah.
Yeah, same
And the
faith,
fact
not
that you
same
pointed
cult.
out the best way to spite Asmodeus worshippers is to pick their exact opposite.
Yeah, that's pretty
Alright.
much why she's deciding one or the other, because she
Yeah,
spent so much time.
Villar
She spent so much time with the Tengu. She thinks that guy might be something, and given your Vikran's ex Asmodean status, that's also a high consideration.
Yeah, unlike Villa Aria, she's not in direct opposition of Asmodeus like Desna is.
Is she chaotic good?
Neutral good.
Okay, so she's opposed to Osmodius, but not nearly as much as Destin
She's
would
not.
be.
She's opposed as much as any good person would be, but the difference is she's not in direct opposition. She's more of the whimsical traveler type person who mostly minds her own fucking business. And it only
Yeah.
gets involved when she feels it's necessary, when she happens to be there at the time.
But weirdly, Desna's faith is more organized, and she's the more chaotic of the two gods.
Well, considering her patron worshippers are adventurers,
Yeah.
and it's only loosely worshipped.
Hey, so what else you gonna pick up on this shopping journey?
I'm gonna find me a new outfit.
Oh, welcome to Samuel's Tailors. How may I help you? You see this stuck-up looking elf with a needle in his hand, looking down on you because, well, you're Tengus, and Daria looks like a commodore.
Probably because she is.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean.
I mean, we're all commoners. I don't remember being connected to any royal bloodlines. Do you guys?
You know what I mean. I mean that's the reason he's looking down on you. He doesn't know you from Summer Sam. So you appear as commodores. You're commodores to him. Fuck you.
So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and negotiate a price for a not necessarily high class outfit, but we're talking like just below formal wear like the medieval equivalent of like a polo shirt with a pair of slacks. Something you would wear to dinner, but something that isn't like absorbently out of his price range as a commoner.
Something
Business
a
casual.
decent merchant would have.
Yeah, something like that.
So
Yeah.
business casual.
Less than that.
I see. I see. At least you have some level of class among you, despite your current dress. I'll tell you what. I could make you a decent outfit for, say, 50 gold.
You know what's bad? I actually should have gone somewhere else first and sold that fucking ring because I only have 30 gold.
Well, why don't
That's a bit overpriced.
you show him the ring?
I don't think he could fucking afford it, but hold on. He said 50?
Yeah.
Okay, it's 16. I'm gonna roll a diplomacy roll and try and convince him to go down to 10. Since I just rolled a 35.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
I'm gonna lowball the shit out of him.
Your words do speak of knowledge, Mr. Tengu. Very well, but my material is top.
Mr. Hyrust.
Mr. Hyruston. But my material is top.
Hyruston?
Mr. Hyrus, that comma then. Fine. I think I can lower my price to about 15 gold. That's the lowest I could go because my material is quite top of the line and I do have a back order.
15's good.
Fine. I shall get started on it right away. You shall have it by nightfall. Where do you wish it to deliver it to?
I'll come and pick it up at nightfall.
Very well. I will need half the payment up front, of course.
I give him half, and I'll give him half the later.
Very well. By nightfall, your outfit should be ready. And he pretty much starts pulling out a couple reams of cloth to get it ready. After taking your measurements, of course.
Yeah, I of course give him my measurements. And then I'm going to go find a arcanist shop, someone who would actually appreciate the value of a ring of counterspell, and not
for a wizard tower.
I'm not going to look for a fucking wizard tower. Those are
I'm saying you're gonna have to leave town to get to that tower.
Yeah.
But yeah, you look hard enough. You see a woman with very thick glasses in front of a shop surrounded by magical items.
Nerd.
Fucking nerd.
Excuse me, sir. What can I do you for?
I have a ring of counterspelling that I would like to sell.
A ring of counterspell. Let me see that. She takes a look at it. This is actually pretty good. But it even has the royal symbol of the kingdom on it. Where did you find this?
Wouldn't you
Don't tell
notice
me.
that?
Let me think. Shit, where did we find this damn thing?
Found it in the royal tombs. That's why it has the royal emblem on it. Of course, you're not going to tell her that.
We found it on a bandit.
Oh, you better have a good roll for that.
Really now?
Totally on a bandit because I have a 21 bluff.
A bandit? Really? So if I call in Captain Argave, he'll tell me that a ring from one of his mages gone missing?
I don't know. It could have been a grave robber. Fuck if I know. All I know is that's where I got it. Besides, you and I both know Argave is fucking incompetent. So I do diplomacy rolls to get her to fucking move on to a different conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't actually argue that one. I'm sorry for doubting you, mister. Mother said I should always doubt every customer. Fine. This is quite skilled, and it does the job that is supposed to. I can feel the magical energy from it. I'll give you 2,000 gold.
Sold. consider that's way more than I actually should have gotten for it. So too late. No back out.
Usually you sell magic items at about half price.
Well, if it's worth 2,000, then that means I should have only sold it for 1,000.
No. It costs it to buy it brand new, no negotiating, 4,000. So we got it at market.
Yes, it does.
Don't tell anyone.
Don't show it to anyone ever.
You might either not show it to anyone or find a blacksmith that could foul that off real quick.
He's a dwarf. Can't he do it himself? Oh, racism.
Be nice. We're supposed to be the ones hated on, not hating on everyone else.
Or given the fact that you're working for the king, you could just tell him about the ring and he'll make sure that he'll pass it to the guard like, oh yeah, I gave him this ring.
After that, I'm going to go to a wine shop and get a middling classed bottle of wine. As well as...
There actually is prices for wine. Let me look them up.
Anyway, and then we're also going to... what do we want to get as well, Daniel? Some ceiling wax? Is that right?
Yes, we needed sealing wax.
Yes. Sealing wax. Which should be like a couple copper to get sealing wax. It's not that expensive.
Yeah, but you'll have to
$85.
go back to the general store for the sealing wax. Which means guess who you have to talk to again.
Ah, shit. I don't have any of those spells prepared. Fuck.
I'll go talk to him. I got him.
Yeah, because he don't like me. He's probably still sour. I'll wait outside.
Hey, welcome to the shop. What you need?
Some sealing wax. What you got?
Hey,
Color.
aren't you that fucking Tengu from the other day?
Common wine is 2 silver. A fine wine is 10 gold.
So yeah, nothing below 10 gold here, obviously.
I'll get a 20 gold wine bottle then.
Yeah, you're getting exceptionally high end. It's double standard fine wine. That's even beyond what's called Sea Lord wine, which is considered some of the best.
If it's only 20, I think I can afford it.
Yeah.
So after some negotiation,
Stuck with all of us.
so sealing what again?
Sealing wax.
What the hell you need with? You know what? After yesterday,
It's best not to ask questions.
I'm not gonna ask questions.
Sealing wax, 1 gold per pound.
I don't think we even need that much. I think we need like a small smearing of it.
A tenth of a pound is all I need.
Yeah, but I sell them by the pound, so 2 gold.
Come on, I know you can cut it in half. And I know you can cut it down. All I need is a tenth of a pound. Diplomacy of 24.
He looks at you. He's like, see, this is why I don't do business with Tengus. And he goes to the back and removes a piece of it, measures it out, and says, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5 copper.
5 copper it is. Have a nice day, sir. And may your shop be blessed with lots of money.
Dude, I swear to God, at this rate, one of these days he's going to put a fucking sign out in front that says, "We reserve the right to refuse service to anyone for any reason, including fucking Tengus."
No, it's just going to have a sign that just says no Tengus at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be like that fucking sign from the Hateful Eight. And it's like, she had a sign up on this bar that said, "We don't serve to Mexicans, or no Mexicans, or dogs allowed." She eventually had to take the sign down because she started letting dogs in.
Oh boy. And Samuel, yeah, despite that little roll, you do find a couple of gallon kegs of Samuel Smith ale lying around.
I'll take one. Just one.
And then after that, Daniel, I think that's everything we needed to get. We have the wax, the wine, and new clothing. Anything else that we're missing?
Stuff for cooking, but I can salvage that in the field.
Right, I forgot to buy cooking ingredients. I'm gonna go do that now.
Except for the meat, I'll get that for you fresh in the field.
And any other, like, nuts, berries, and spices you find out there.
Yeah,
Whatever you need.
Flavor-wise, I'm making a pasta, some Italian dish or whatever. Something a little bit more fancier than my steak burgers and my stew or my fucking breakfast tacos. Going fancy.
What you thinking about for dessert?
Me.
That's a dessert most foul.
Oh God. They're already
So
started.
yeah, I've got my cold iron arrows ready to go.
I got my mace.
I'm replacing what I would normally hold in my my reserve quiver that I keep on my leg. I normally hold blunt arrows in there. I'm holding cold iron arrows in there right now.
How much would my cooking ingredients cost, Ty?
Cooking shop here, they're probably gonna charge you a few copper. Even they're not that much dicks.
Alright. I'll spend a gold worth of stuff.
What you doing, Jim Pan?
Yeah, you've been really quiet all game.
Nothing much.
Well, not even going to the inn and see if you can make some money.
Yeah, I go there and.
I would say there isn't inn here.
Oh yeah, I do that.
Yeah, but they don't serve rift left like catfolk.
Well, give a performance check. See what they do.
Okay.
So with selling that ring at $2,000, I think that means we each get 400 gold, assuming you split it.
I have not, because
Okay.
I was using that to buy the things we needed for the whole trick. So
Okay, they're actually impressed and was listening. Do the whole cash check and and then make that
Hold on.
double.
Well, what's this again? Oh. What was the goal again?
Yeah,
Or-
I think that's
Hold
what,
on, I'm pulling it up.
Hmm.
I'm running on a laptop with a very weak internet signal. You gotta
Oh.
give me a second.
no problem.
Okay.
Well, I get the
Okay,
second. Go ahead.
you did a memorable performance in a prosperous city. You can earn 1d6 GP per day. In time, you may come to the attention of noble patrons and develop a national reputation.
Nice. So 1d6. Okay. They like you, but they still see you as a noob girl, so they pay you.
The 6 silver.
No, 6 gold. You got
6
6
gold.
gold. Yeah.
Oof.
He's like, that was an exceptional performance, young lady. Unfortunately, this is as much as I could pay you, but anytime
Thank you.
but you are welcome to come back for any encore performances, and hopefully we could pay you much more reasonable rates.
he says as he hides 30,000 platinum underneath the bar. Because he's a cheapskate motherfucker.
You guys know what we need to set up at some point once we kind of get things stabilized in the kingdom? And just kind of as a small investment. We need to set up an adventurers guild.
Yeah.
And somehow I'd like to see where you're gonna actually put it, but okay.
In the capital. The king owes us one.
Oh, true.
Nobody lives in the capital. Apparently.
But no one lives there, but a bunch of people do work there, so people going in and out all the time.
It'll become a trade hub very quickly. It's the damn capital. We can each have our own offices. Just think about it.
That kind of goes against our faith. We're travelers. We can't settle in one place for any length of time.
Yeah, but it could be a kind of a base to kind of operate out of as we pass through. So it also needs to be an inn.
Well, yes.
I would not be opposed to converting it, having some of the space be as an inn.
But Daniel, you know what? You know what's funny though? You know what's funny? We already have something like that. It's called a Flower and Compass Inn.
I know. Doesn't mean we can't be part-time members of this Adventurers Guild too.
By the way, everybody gets 400 GP, in case you guys didn't notice.
Yep.
I added
Yep, I added it to my sheet.
back to what I took out of it.
Me too.
Same here.
So anyone doing
400 gold, and I'll get my own handy haversack.
is anyone doing anything throughout the night into the morning?
Nope.
Sleep and prepare some spells.
I will cook dinner.
Alright, you're cooking
when I
dinner.
return, which it will be right there.
And this time the king this time everybody, including the king, Lako, and Bara, are all eating dinner with you.
Because I'm amazing.
Right, throughout dinner, Bara and Lako talk about adding a little extra security and helping rebuild Redwater.
Yeah.
Are they talking about any of the plans I suggested to Indigo?
A reinvestment strategy?
Actually, they are.
That's like literally what they're talking about. See, what we could do is this crazy Tengu gave me this idea, I say.
She's explained that Indigo's watching Redwater right now and getting pretty much the groundwork laid out. Of course, Lako has the most money out of the four of them, so her finances might be assistance as well. And in return, she gets a percentage, of course.
Well, yes. It's called an investment.
Sure.
You put money into the stimulus program to create jobs for labor, which then will increase the value of the property, which you can then use to drum up more economy, and then you take a percentage of everything until you get it all paid back plus interest.
Well, there you go.
So you're looking at anywhere between a 10 to 15 year plan.
Lako looks at Pizak and is like, for traveling. Sorry, let me get into place. Darling, for a traveling Tengu, you should know a lot about business.
Well, I mean, when you've seen the economy of almost every single culture known to every single species, you kind of learn a little bit about how economy works, because some places have great economy ideas and some places do not. Redwater did not.
It was said. We tried to warn the previous baron. Sorry. Bear was like, we tried to warn the previous baron that we shouldn't rely fully on the fishing village. But he was like, but the fish will always be there. As long as the fish are there, Redwater will prosper.
And then the water became acidic.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then the Fire Nation attacked. They burnt all the fish. They killed the moon spirit. They become Zhao, the moon slayer.
Garvey comes in from his watch, is like, and what's everybody here doing?
It's called eating.
Oh, nothing too much. I'm kind of sitting off in the corner, sharpening arrows.
It's called food. Have you heard food? Yes? You want some food? Yeah, eat. Nom nom.
He gives you the world's dirtiest look, turns his back, and starts walking away.
I love you too, sweetie.
He mumbles something about if I could rest you, I would.
Fucking goddamn bird motherfuckers.
And then there's me in the corner, my bird perched on a chair, staring at this man with staring daggers at him.
I high five Karkendall.
I assume you're staring daggers at Garvey.
No, my Hawkale is staring daggers at the captain. Even she knows he's incompetent.
Like, what's with your bird over there? Looks like he doesn't like me.
No, she doesn't.
That's because birds can sense things about people.
Really? And what can it sense about me?
That you're stupid.
I was gonna go with she probably could take your sword out of your hand.
Really? I like to see her try. And he
She
actually
already
pulls
has, and she's like preening her feathers with it.
He actually pulls out his greatsword just to see him pull this off.
Let's see. I gotta double check. Okay, in this situation,
I want
it
to steal
would
his
be
purse
a
while he's
6.
distracted with a 23 sleight of hand.
Well,
Ty,
Say again?
I said I wanted to steal Algarve's purse while he was distracted with a 23
it's versus his CMD.
with a 23 sleight of hand check.
Okay, what were Garvey's
Probably
CMD?
not.
No, he doesn't get it. And
Yeah,
Pizak,
I mean,
as best your efforts, he manages to catch you at the last second.
Damn. Perceptive little fucker, isn't he?
I am the World Guard Captain. What do you expect?
I expect you to be blind.
She tries again and fails. Vikram gives her a command and she flies back.
Like, tell your bird to watch where he's looking, or I might make some chicken stew out of her next time. And he goes marching out the house.
I like it. You use
Whoa, did you just threaten to hurt my bird?
You threatening to hurt another bird? Don't do that.
That's not cool, bro.
I'll come get you.
Threaten to hurt my bird. That's the question.
Nobody cares about your fucking bird.
You will not threaten another of our kin.
How dare you threaten our cousin?
He looks at Vicarin and Karkindle and is like,
well, no.
He's like,
did he specifically threaten my bird?
Yeah.
Yes, Seawall.
Yes.
Out of nowhere, there is currently kind of wiggling in the wall. But nearby him, a butterfly knife. I say it's best not to threaten one of my closest friends and allies in front of me. And he didn't even see this thing come out.
After recovering from the shock, he gives Vicarin and Karkindle a dirty look like, one of these days I'm going to find a way to deal with you two. And he can't walk off because Samuel's blocking his path back outside, out the front door.
That's
move,
fucking wall. So
move, dwarf.
You threatened my friend.
I'm also the captain of the guard.
You threatened my friend.
He's drunk. Just ignore him.
Listen, I don't care who your father is. I will punt kick you if you don't move out of the way.
Then I will claim police brutality. I'm good friends with the king.
Who just happens to be sitting nearby, mind you.
That's the only to be fair, that's the only reason he hasn't drawn his sword in outright hostility yet.
You know, Sam, this is probably going a little far. We should probably let the poor man go back to his job.
Okay. I just killed this stink eye.
And he goes grumbling back outside.
Why should we let him go back to his job? He ain't good at it anyhow.
Yeah. I'm going to recollect my butterfly knife. I recollect my butterfly knife. Fold it back up.
It's like, maybe I need to get a new captain of the guard. The king thought for a second.
I'm going to point at the princess and say, do as I say, not as I do, and then go back to sharpening.
She's already nodding.
Great
She's
advice.
Like, I think the king's just frustrated that his captain got bitched out.
He threatened a group of murder hobos. What did he expect would happen?
Murder hobos? Is that what you're really going to call us?
I was called
That's
a murder
what-
hobo by DM, so therefore I am technically a murder hobo.
That's what all D&D parties are. They are murder hobos.
Ruthless killers that have no home.
Hey, that's going to be the name of our guild, the Murder Hobos.
Hey, if Remy needs to start a band, there you go. Anyway, anything else you're doing for the night?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head. What about you guys?
I don't know.
Nah, I've just got to go through and prepare some spells, see what I can figure out what I want to do.
Probably leading the princess in prayer since she's starting to pick up faith more.
I guess I'll go check back on Aldara and see how she's going, since it's now the end of the day after our huge shopping trip and after dinner.
She's in the study, pretty much going through a couple of spells. I'm still trying to decide which one should she go
study over here.
Let me move her back to the study. Yeah, there you go.
What kind of spells you looking at?
Healing spells, anything that can help people. I think that's the one thing I took away from my time of Asmodeus and my time as a cleric. I still want to stick with that, just not with someone so you could say destructive.
I know what type of cleric she was. She was a bad touch cleric, wasn't she?
How many good clerics do you know actually double as an assassin?
Well, no. The bad touch cleric is actually the term for a common build of cleric that does a lot of debuffs. It's the bad touch cleric.
Also, actually, there are some fates where all the clerics are assassins. It depends on who you're worshiping. There are deities of assassination and murder.
I think I have enough blood on my hands. I actually want to help people instead of, trying to end their lives.
Always remember, there are more than one way to help someone. You must find the one that best fits your skill set.
I'll think about that. Anyway, it's getting late. I should probably go to bed.
Sleepy time.
Good night, Pizak.
Good night, Aurora. I'm gonna pat her on the head before I leave, though.
And she quietly goes to her room, strips down, goes to sleep. You know the deal.
I, of course, barricade myself into my room by tying rope around the doorknob. My usual shit. Move the shit in front of the window.
I do the standard thing I do, which is close the blinds because I'm not that paranoid. Make sure the door's locked, of course.
I'm paranoid. I'm locking my room down.
Yeah.
Fucking over here. If there's a window and I can see the cat, I'll be very grunty. You're gonna be passive aggressive.
Carver just looks through the window, sees his foot staring at him, shakes his head. You can't understand what he says, but his lip movements don't seem that positive.
And he
goes back patrolling the ground.
I also put a bucket underneath the roost where my hawk is going to sleep tonight because, if she needs to crap, I really don't want her crapping on the floor. So in the bucket it goes.
I pass out sealing my door. Oh boy.
Oh, I will say this. We actually forgot to do this, Daniel, but before we turned in for the night, we're going to take that magic tool that Daniel bought, and we're going to turn it into a hypodermic syringe needle. And we're going to draw up holy water out of one of the flasks and insert the needle through the cork of the wine and inject the holy water into the wine and then reseal it with wax that we bought. So now we have a bottle of very, very nice wine laced with holy water.
All right.
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna feed this shit to a succubus. This is gonna be great.
It's the ultimate anti-demon roofie.
It doesn't put her to sleep. The equivalent would be her drinking a wine bottle with acid inside of it.
Yeah.
It's going to be excruciatingly painful when she drinks this. Which it should debilitate her more than long enough for me to start casting some spells.
All right. So it is morning. Algarve is actually sleeping in and letting one of his other guards do his work for the night, so he'll be in the room.
Do we know exactly which room he's in?
Yeah, you hear the sound of a heavy-set man stumbling next to Karkindo's room.
I want to put a tripwire right outside his door. What do I need to do to make this? Taking like a thin wire and put it like right at the bottom of his door. So
I'm trying to think of
what he trips over it.
I'm trying to think of what kind of check that would be. Well, first you'll need a stealth check to make sure you don't awaken him while trying this.
Is there like a trap check or something?
Well, I mean, there is no skill for setting traps specifically.
Craft traps is usually what does it.
All right, so he doesn't hear you. So, what's craft traps? I guess this will be an unlearned skill for a PSOC at least.
I would feel that I should get bonuses to it, or at least have a lower DC, considering how well versed I am with disarming traps. I should know how to make the trap.
Yeah, good point.
I should get to use my bonus to disable device to make it.
I was about to say I'll look for.
Look, he's not making a jigsaw style.
Yeah, I know.
swinging-
That's why I say I'll give you a very basic. If you get like 15 or 20, I'll give you a pass.
What am I rolling?
Roll the same thing you would for disarming traps.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you make the finest tripwire trap out there. It's nice and set up. The wire's nice and thin so that no one will see it. Well, Garvey can't see it. Someone outside the door will, so they don't trip on it themselves.
I know it's funny. Because of my skill as a rogue with trap finding, that's actually 26. Because I had a +2. I can add half my levels to all of those, to all perception and disarm traps when it comes to skill, or disable device and perception when it comes to traps.
Alright, so Garvey's sleeping. He probably won't be up till midday.
And we've got a succubus to bag, so we got to get going early.
Yep, Bazak's actually going to start preparing to head out. He's going to start packing his shit and getting ready to leave.
Alright, I get out.
I guess it's time to go, darling.
Indeed, cheers.
Thank you for allowing us to stay the night.
For like fucking 4 days.
Thank you for letting us stay those last few days.
She laughs and says, "You're friends of Alona. How can I not let you stay at my house?"
Well, most people don't like Tingu, so there's that.
They also have a hatred.
All
of
praise
Drow.
Valoria.
Praise for Valaria.
I say is kind of packing in arrows and other various things into a pack.
Listen, that's kind of the other reason I had you stay here. Half the town would have. When you met my citizens.
Half the town wouldn't even let us in the front door.
Because half the towns are assholes.
The whole town are a bunch of assholes. The other half are a bunch of douchebags.
She laughs a little at this, pretty much knowing it's the truth, but what can she do? She can't exactly make a law that says you can't be an asshole.
Being an asshole is totally legal.
Well, if we somehow get the Tengu declares nobles, that would change a lot of things.
Yeah, it would also change our much more low-key personas.
I would say that would make it very hard for you girls to sneak around, though. Especially since most of the town know who most of the nobles are.
I mean, having a noble title would be kind of cool, but I don't plan on staying in this kingdom forever. I must travel with the wind. Praise be Valaria.
I see.
Praise be Valoria.
And besides, your comment about Drow, you saw Lady Osal walking around the streets a couple of days ago. As long as you have the
I
money,
would argue
then
she'd be an exception. I'd argue she's the exception, not the rule.
good point. Anyway, take care. The king's gonna stay here for another couple of days. He said then he's gonna head to another. He said then say he's gonna head to Stoutmore. After all, if that close man found out he was here, then we have all sorts of trouble. I don't exactly trust the captain as far as protection is concerned, and my guards only have so much training themselves.
Maybe you guys should learn to train your people better and not suck.
Well, it's not like I can't train them; it's that they never actually experienced combat before. That's what I meant.
Well, obviously you need to get better training regiments.
Have them go through the mountains like we did.
I did. The last 2 guards died to the dire lion.
Because they're retarded. Anyway, goodbye. Leaving now.
Yeah.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Oh, and speaking of the guard, does he trip the trap?
He's still asleep. He by the time he won't
He works nights.
He won't trip the trap until you guys are long gone. So you'll have to find that out when you get back. If you get back.
Don't worry, I've left a magical orb recording device. Totally.
Let's go to Sally's
Totally.
place. I assume you're going straight. I'm assuming you beeline straight to Sally's.
Yeah.
How long
I actually
does it
want to
take?
set up I would want to set up a camp a good distance away. Actually, set
I
up a
would
base
say-
camp.
So
How
I
long
was
does
about to
it?
say between here and Sally's, by the time you get there, it should be about midday. Sorry, mid-evening.
Mid-evening? It's about
so
one
like
hour
8,
to show
9
up.
o'clock, something like that.
More like seven, more likely.
I think I find an okay place for us, but not the best.
Yeah, you found a decent place, far away from Wolf's Den and far enough away from Sally, so that if she's coming home, she won't see you.
Yeah.
Well, assuming
Okay.
she is here, like she said, she should already be home by this hour.
And you're just far enough to see her silver horse pulling up into her houseway right now.
Her bit which now?
Silver horse.
Oh, okay. I thought you said her silver whores. It's like she has silver colored whores now? I want silver
Chihuahua.
whores. I want silver
Also,
whores.
I think I can get you some very nice cuts of venison with a 26.
Awesome.
I throw
I'm
in some
going
wild
to-
boar to spice things up.
I'm
as
going
well
to
as
change
very
into
slick spices.
a nicer outfit and start heading my way there. I'm going to take my armor off and leave my quarterstaff behind. I will, however, carry my bag, what little equipment I'm actually carrying, because most of my stuff's actually in the handy haversack that Carkendall's carrying.
Yep.
All right, so I assume you're going.
I
So
give
what's
the
the rest-
princess explicit instructions if we're not back within an X amount of time frame. Use what I've trained her to just keep moving.
She nods.
Keep moving, keep heading.
I assume you're keeping what's her name behind as well.
Oh yeah.
Aldara?
And I point to Aldara and say,
No, I'm totally
"Keep an
going to
eye-"
bring another girl to a date, to the dinner date.
Hey, she may like that.
Yeah,
Well,
I,
what-
I,
what
I'll,
you
She
did-
might.
I'll point to Aldara and say, "Congratulations, you're now her keeper from trouble, and make sure she doesn't die of starvation, please."
She nods.
Congratulations, you went from assassin to criminal to fucking royal guard. All in the matter of what? 4 weeks?
Couple weeks.
Not really royal guard, more of we kind of
Personal
need
bodyguard.
She's not even personal bodyguard. She's kind of a burden the princess has to bear.
Emergency protection services.
We'll go with that.
Emergency food rations.
I don't think she'd be that tasty.
Where exactly is her front door? The layout of this place is kind of weird looking.
Right there, the
Ah,
archway.
Okay. Badoosh. I will walk up to the front door and I will knock.
And she'll open it. Mr. High Roost, you made it. And you see her wearing a long red silky dress and of course her and of course her family pendant around her neck as well.
It's probably her fucking collar. It's a pleasant evening to see you. I brought plenty of ingredients to cook us a fine dinner.
A man that could cook as well. Oh, we should have a fine evening. And she invites you into her house.
Fucking told you guys, men that can cook always get the ladies. I'm assuming this is the kitchen.
Yeah, like the kitchen's over there. Allow me to get the eating area ready.
Which I guess is there.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna start cooking, but I'm gonna do so like with a lot of gusto that I normally don't do, and make it really loud to cover any possible noises that certain other individuals might be making
Yeah.
in case they fuck up on their rolls.
And with that, I plan to start stealthing in.
I gotta be doing the same.
Wow, you guys don't suck at stealth.
I take my armor off.
You might want to keep the armor on.
Okay then.
Keep it on, man. Just keep your distance.
Yeah, be like there. In like the bushes. You know what? Yeah, right there in the bushes.
I have a plus 11 to stealth. My average roll is 21.
Is anyone gonna stealth into the house? But the only reason she hasn't
Yes, hold please.
the only reason she hasn't found you yet is what's his name cooking, so that gives you one more chance.
23 stealth check.
Okay.
I
Cook it.
almost.
Like Karkindle and Remy managed to sneak.
There we go. Third try.
Vikrin and I guess Samuel piggybacks off everybody else.
Alright, where did you want me? Like, right here, you were saying?
I was saying like right there in the bushes.
Yeah, you're close enough so that you can basically burst through the door.
Now,
I
Ty,
totally crouched and took my boots off and did this Oblivion style.
I have a question. What the hell is this?
A garden.
So like there's no like wall or anything like that right here?
Nope.
Okay. So is this a Japanese styled house?
Kind of. She took a house idea and said, "This is a fine looking house," and got
Just kinda
some
rolled with it.
got some assistants to help her with it, if you know what I mean.
Suitors or sex slaves?
More like sex slaves.
Well, for a succubus, they're both the same.
Yeah. So what is it you're cooking? Cooking, Mr. Hyrule, she asked.
It is a dish that I learned from a faraway lands. It uses a combination of pasta, plant herbs, and spices with various forms of meat mixed in with it. It's called spaghetti.
I traveled various parts of the world, but I haven't heard of this spaghetti. We're rolling with it.
Roll your cook check. Please be good.
I already did, as it was 17.
It's passable.
It's passable, yes. I just wanted to talk it up and make it sound really fancy and then pick like the most generic fucking Italian dish of all time.
All right, Karkindo, what are you doing?
That would be a perception check to make sure there's no traps in that area. Because if the item that we're looking for may be there, then its booby traps may be appearing.
Okay, there's no traps because anything she would trap it with would destroy it, so no traps.
Time to pick a lock.
It better be good. It better be a good roll for her not to hear it.
Question: is it actually locked?
Yes, it is.
Always test before you do anything else.
As we say in EMS, try before you pry. There's no reason to break the door down if the door is unlocked. Daniel, can you even pick a lock? Do you even have that skill?
No, but I do have other things.
Okay.
Oh god.
What is the item that it's in?
It's a chest of drawers. Like it's a desk. It's a small desk, and inside's a drawer, and the drawer has a lock on it.
So it's like a desk drawer.
Yeah, pretty much.
Question: is it bolted down?
Are you gonna take the whole fucking? Oh dear lord.
That's one question I did not expect, but I guess no.
Yeah, most furniture.
Given the type of furniture it is, no.
Cool. I cast light and object, pick it up, and leave.
Well, when they say you take everything that isn't nailed down, they don't mean the furniture.
Well, yeah, but of course you come back with hammers to get the nails.
Just so I see Karkin to walk out with a desk.
He's like, I got it, guys. It's totally cool. We can just crack this thing open with a crowbar over here.
I also cast Ant's Hall on myself, so I know I can pick it up with the lightened object, and I leave with it.
Oh my god!
I'm going to signal to stay where she is, and I'm going to help Karkin get this thing out of here because even though it'll be light, it's probably awkward.
Oh well, yeah, it's a whole fucking desk. Have you ever tried to carry a fucking desk by yourself? It's not easy.
Yeah, so I'm going to help him, and then, well...
The fact that he's able to do
I'm picturing a Tengu trying to carrying a desk out of a house.
The fact that he can do this without making a single fucking sound louder than my cooking is phenomenal.
I was about to ask for another stealth check because of this. Just to see if you could get out the front door without making noise.
Give me a second.
Oh god, I just realized that I think...
What
There you go.
the fuck?
Thank you.
You are a ninja!
You only have a plus 12?
Yeah. Remember, I have a lower dex than you.
Oh, right.
My attempt to assist him getting it out, I'm pretty much on this bridge, so I'm not as worried about my stealth checks at this point.
Yeah,
So,
he pretty much ninjas the desk out.
Okay, Samuel, get...
Once we get far enough away, we're gonna have to get like a good ways away. Then we can break it open.
Yeah, we're gonna get a good ways away.
Are there windows right here? Can it be seen through the garden into this room here?
There's no there's. Say again.
I was wondering if this wall here contained a window of any kind, so you could actually see through this garden into this room from here.
Oh yeah, there's a window, so she could see. She could see what's her name standing right there,
Okay.
patiently waiting her food, putting on lipstick.
I was just wondering. Also, I want to note before I went into the house that if anyone hears a Tengu screaming the word banana, that means things have gone wrong and come help me.
Hey, Vikram, why don't you stay with Remy, me and Sam will take care of this. I'd like some more eyes.
Yeah,
Keep an eye on
I'll
Pazak.
I'll leave you with my kunai because they technically can act as a crowbar.
I have the magic tool of doing it. Keep your kunai.
And we have an actual crowbar as well.
Okay.
But yes, banana is my safety word for anyone wondering.
Remy, you do see that Sally is standing up and getting ready to head to the kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe. I actually don't know how long a real spaghetti actually takes, but I would assume that it takes me upwards of at least an hour to cook this food.
Well, yeah, if it's fresh made, it's gonna
If it's
take that amount of
fresh, if
time.
it's fresh made, then you're fresh making the sauce. Then yeah, it's gonna take some time.
Yeah. So yeah.
I just came to see how you were doing.
Jordan, fantastic. It's coming along well. Here, try this. And I'm gonna like spoon some of the sauce at her.
She takes a bite out of it.
Take a bite out of the sauce.
Well, she you know what I mean. She looks it.
That's right. She fucking licks it.
This is quite good. What's in it?
Well, it's a combination of tomato sauce and various forms of herbs and spices. I'm gonna start listing like various things that I shoved in there because I actually don't know how to fucking cook in real life, so I don't actually know what the fuck is in it.
Garlic, You might put not cilantro. You can put in other Italian herbs and spices. Which ones? Oregano.
Like I said,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but various herbs and spices, and I'm going to throw in meat because that's what I put in my spaghetti sauce as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Pizak did a meat sauce rather than actual meatballs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She looks at Pizak and says, How about you want a taste of the sauce as well?"
Indeed.
And she starts to lean in for a kiss.
I lean in and rub the side of my cheek against her cheek because that's her Tengu's kiss.
Well, that is a beak, so.
And he kind of looks at her confused.
Well, what was that?
Well, you see, Tengus can't kiss like normal humans can. We don't have lips, so that's how we do it.
Oh, good point.
You kind of need to have lips to do that. Do that human thing you guys do.
Well, how about I kiss this instead? And she aims to kiss your beak, at least on top of it.
I'm assuming I'm going to need to make a will save at some point here.
Yeah, let me bring up what just happened in a second. I had to make her rolls live for quick.
Brave and fucking tastic. She's already trying to pull her fucking special thingies on me.
How long does it take us to get into the cabinet chest desk
It'd be a
thing?
strength check with a +2 because you have the right tools. So, Samuel, go to town.
Come on
it's
over,
called
Sam.
fucking rip it open with a crowbar, guys. It's not that fucking complicated.
I'm gonna give Sam the crowbar. He's stronger. Break it open.
Oops, wrong.
Remember, you have a +2 to your strength. You got a crowbar.
A masterwork crowbar.
I meant to do this. And that's your will check.
I have to beat a fucking 22. Fuck.
Oh, God.
Fuck. Fuck.
Yeah, you start to feel yourself getting weak under her lips.
What's that strength check, Sam? Come on.
Now, how long will it take this spaghetti to finish?
Shouldn't take much longer than this. It should almost be done.
As soon as it's done, we could have some more fun if you like.
That would be very intriguing.
And she sashays herself back into her living room,
Must resist.
pretty much shaking
Old
her
lady.
butt, pretty much shaking her.
Kittens with spikes. Old ladies, really old ladies, dying old ladies. Start beating it with a wooden ladle.
You'll still have to roll a 22 to break out her suggestion spell.
Mm.
Damn it, Samuel.
Anyway, Samuel, that does not break the desk.
That should be a +2 or 3
Yeah,
because he has the
17.
crowbar and the masterwork.
Oh, yeah, it'd be
18,
an 18. It'd be an 18.
You start to crack the desk a little, like there's a crack you could pry yourself into.
Can I roll another?
Keep
will
going.
All right, go for another will save.
save?
Yes.
All right, you break out of her allure, if you will.
Her suggestion. I was able to break her suggestion power on me, and I start throwing like fucking cold water on me.
Pretty much.
No, I know how to do it. I take some fucking ice cubes and I shove them down my pants. You hear just. Old ladies, dying old ladies, kittens covered in spikes.
Yeah, that you managed to actually make it harder to get in this time.
Try
Theoretically,
again.
guys,
We're
theoretically,
just gonna keep doing it until we get in, Ty.
Yeah, so
as I was about to say, theoretically, if he just keeps constantly doing
There
it,
we go.
yeah, you just say fuck
just-
this after that last time. Just smash the desk over a rock and it shatters apart and the parchment paper falls out.
yeah, I was gonna say you could have just taken a 20 on the roll.
Gonna unroll it. What language is it in? Just to be safe.
Let me think. Because
It's in Italian.
No, actually, a friend told me I
should
should just straight up use like Japanese.
Japanese character lettering.
What is this
Yeah.
world speak?
It doesn't exist on our fucking world.
I'm trying to remember what language it was in. Because if I say uncommon, then Victor can read it easily.
Theoretically, because considering she's a demon, it would be written in Abyssal. Most contracts would be written.
Yeah,
in
it's an abyssal.
Does Carkindle know Abyssal?
I'm the only one that knows Abyssal.
Nope.
Therefore, I'm the only one that can read it.
That is amazingly useful if you want to use it. Get your butt over there and help him with that.
Because they just magically know that Remy is needed.
I don't know.
Remy doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, I know.
Way
Yeah,
over in No
I'll
Man's
say.
Land.
Magic
Don't
sense.
worry. I'm about to go over there and stealth up to her and ask questions quietly. I stealth over there and ask for some assistance. See if y'all know any of them.
Okay, I cast that.
So is Remy reading the contract?
Yes.
Her eyes get burned.
No.
She starts screaming in pain. Ah! Her face fucking melts like the goddamn Nazis from Last Crusade.
It's a contract that this contract bound Sally's soul to the parchment. So if the parchment is damaged in any way, Sally will suffer pretty much permanent damage. The contract states that she must follow the orders of the person who signs the contract. You could tell she's a little more careful of this because it doesn't include death. So she must follow the orders, but it's not to the death. Obviously, Sally's name is written on the bottom. And say again?
Her true name?
Yeah, her actual true succubi name
Is what?
is something I'll think of later because
Okay.
It's a word isn't pronounceable by your tongue.
exactly you can't pronounce it, but from what you could tell, it sounds similar to Sally Moon, which probably what you got from.
I am writing that thing
Hold on.
down perfectly in my journal.
More than
Yeah.
likely, it's something like Salazar Munsaris.
You said whoever's name is signed on there she has to obey?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna sign my name on there with my magic writing tool.
Someone else's name's already signed on
Yeah.
it.
So wait.
Whose name?
Well, that's where the shock comes in. The name written on the contract is Mr. Andrew Pennyworth.
But the most pertinent information from there, though, is what her true name is. Knowing the demon's true name grants you a lot of influence and power over her. Or them. Him, it, whatever.
Congratulations.
We can actually use her name to command her to some extent.
Yeah.
And bind her to service.
Well, now we know this contract also is where her soul resides. So we basically treat this like having a lich. Lich is a phylactery. It is one of the most powerful things you can have over them.
Well, I mean, it won't kill her, but it will certainly hurt a lot.
So yeah. So she must follow the words of this Pennyworth fellow. Or is it Pennywise? I can't remember.
Pennywise.
Yeah.
Like the fucking clown from It.
Yeah.
Good old Pennywise.
I think we have. Okay, does it specifically say that she has to follow his orders? Does it say anywhere in the contract that she cannot basically have any malice towards him or tell information about him? Is she bound in that way?
Yes, the contract says she cannot reveal his name by voice. She cannot attack him directly as well.
Or
or
betray
else,
his
you know,
secrets.
or else, you know, she probably would have just killed him and been done with it.
I mean, for all intents and purposes, she's essentially his servant. She can't betray his secrets. She can't actively go against his wishes. She can't harm him directly. Or
The only leg up she has in this contract is she cannot fight to kill. She actually managed to sneak that. You could tell, like, there's a small scribble that she managed to sneak in at the last minute that states that if he does something that will risk her life, she could actually refuse.
So
but beyond that,
he can't order her to her death.
yeah. Yeah, kind of. You do have her fence right here.
And it is taller than you.
You can see through it to see there's images, but you can't get a clear look at them.
So we have a contract.
Yeah.
We have the information, which I have copied down the translation into my journal. So we have everything, both a literal translation as well as what would be the best way to put it? A more understandable translation, since direct translations are a little bit finicky.
Well, when you're going from something like Abyssal, which is already a fairly chaotic language, I mean, there's more chaotic languages like the Proteans, but the point is, it's an Abyssal. And again, the only person who actually speaks and understands that language fluently is currently, being seduced by a succubus at the moment.
Yeah. Do you guys want to basically SWAT team this and kick the door down while holding a torch in one hand, the contract in the other?
Hold on one moment. Before we do that, I'm going to quickly run into town and do something. If y'all want to
take a day, so.
Oh, it's going to take a day? Never mind then.
That's not quick.
Yeah, we're like a day out from everyone.
How big of a piece of parchment is this contract?
It's about the size of your average piece of paper.
Vikram, can I borrow your piece of paper? And
sure, I remove a piece of paper from my journal.
Are you gonna try and forge it?
No, he's gonna do a fucking sleight of hand swap. In the meantime, I assume I've finished.
That is a forgery to make an identical copy of it. I'm gonna put the real one. I'm gonna hide it in my bag, and that way, when we walk in there and I make the comment and hold it up, should believe that the fake one I'm holding, and if she tries to take it, we'll take the fake one, not the real one.
All right. Well, while you all discussing that, Remy, you do know she's starting to make her way towards the living room.
I say that to them.
Okay, we do not have time for this. We're gonna have to kick that door down soon. The second she realizes something's wrong, we gotta move.
Anyway, like I said, I assumed that I had finished dinner by now.
Yeah, you finished the dinner just as you reach in. Oh, you finished.
Indeed, I have. And I start setting out the things. I'm going to crack open the wine bottle and start pouring into wine glasses. To a toast to lovely companionship.
And to a quite lovely evening indeed.
And, ting the glasses, and then I'm going to wait and I'm going to wait when she drinks it.
Alright, she starts to drink it, and something seems wrong. She puts it down, and her necklace starts to glow again. I guess this wasn't that good of a wine. Where'd you get it from?
I got it from Villa Aria. I'm going to cast Sanctuary on myself. And then I'm going to take a seat. Let's have a chat, Miss Moon. Have a seat.
She sits it down. Mind you, the necklace is still glowing.
I see you're immune to holy water. Interesting.
Holy water. Oh dear.
You can drop the charade. I know what you are. Go ahead and get rid of your disguise.
And with one wave of her hand, you see their bat wings emerge from her back. It's not much of disguise. I am still a beautiful woman. I just happen to have a pair of wings.
And a tail that has a heart-shaped point on it, and cloven hooves, and curved horns with red skin. Overall, great color. Brings out your demonic eyes.
But does that pertain to any changes we're going to have this evening?
Unfortunately, it does. See, I have a few questions, and I lured you out here to ask them.
Actually, I'm going to do something that might be helpful. I'm going to take another page out of my book. I'm going to take one of my standard arrows, and I'm going to write a little message to Bazak, drawing a little figurine of a bird on it, so it's obvious. So he obviously knows it's for him. And I'm going to write in Undercommon because I know he can read it. Her actual name is, and I'm going to write the name basically character for character in Abyssal, and then fire it into the room and lands right next to Bazak with a little piece of paper wrapped around it.
I don't even know what kind of check this is.
It would be an attack check against the table.
Which is a DC 10.
Yeah, you're making an attack check against a wall.
Well, he's trying to shoot through the window at the table next to him.
So you have to still... Your arrow still has to be powerful enough to shoot through a window and hit the
So
back
you got to
wall.
roll damage to break the hardness of the glass.
Hold on, let me double check. Okay, I have a +10 to my composite longbow. And you know what? I'm going to do deadly aim, because I can technically do that with objects.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, jeez. And needless to say, once you do that, she's going to realize your position immediately.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not shooting at her. I'm shooting next to Bazak.
I think the shattering glass would tell something's up outside.
Yeah.
Just a little.
At this, yeah. I'm trying to give him more leverage.
With that, I might as well just roll. There's my initiative roll for this, because it's going to go bad.
Let's see. Okay.
Well, let's see how this arrow check goes.
I think I hit my target right nearby Bazak.
Yeah, the arrow flies through, shatters the glass, and lands right next to Bazak. And Sally immediately...
It does 11 damage.
Yeah, it shatters the glass.
She sees me standing outside from the bushes and gives a little like 2-finger salute, then walks back into the bushes.
I see you didn't come alone then.
They were supposed to stay hidden. I wonder what's so damn important that he would almost skewer my fucking arm with a goddamn arrow. I'm gonna pull out the fucking paper and I'm gonna read it.
Yeah. You see her. You see written in Undercommon her actual name is, and then the Abyssal
Not just
writing of
actual
her
name, but her true name. It's the
Her
name
true
that is inscribed on her very essence that you can use to bind.
Yeah, her true name is.
Yeah, you see her getting ready to walk outside to see who's coming.
I wouldn't go out there, Miss Salazara Munzera.
She immediately freezes.
It appears someone's found your contract.
For the first time, this sultry, confident succubus is almost
very, very concerned.
Yeah.
Why don't you come back inside? Have a seat. We have much to discuss. Salazara Munzara.
Just call me Sally. It's been so long since I used my real name that maybe a couple of 100 years, really.
Nice try. I know the power of the true name of a succubus.
You're much more skilled than I thought.
I am far more powerful than you fully realize, my dear.
I'm going to stealth check through the front door and back to where the cabinet was, so I'm in the house, just to be safe.
And after I said that line, I'm going to try and bluff her with 31. Because the ultimate goal is to make her think I am actually very powerful. Because demons won't respect anyone weaker than them.
Yeah, that does be a succubus. I did say I like strong men. This is the first time I may have run across someone even strong. No, that was the second time. Damn pit fiend.
So, Miss Salazara, let's have a chat. Exactly how did you come to be bound in a contract? Let's start with that story, because I'm very interested in how a demon got placed in a contract. It's very rare for your kind.
Indeed, it is. As you could,
More of a devil thing.
as you could tell, I do love my freedom, and I do love having fun with people. That's how I managed to stay so young so long.
And of course, it has nothing to do with the fact that demons are immortal.
I meant that's how she's keeping up her youthful look. Not that's what she's trying to say. Like that's how she's.
I
You
know
know,
she was making a joke that she looks really good because she takes it in the ass.
pretty much. She even says, eh, I even have fun with Mr. Smith's grandfather. Now those were some fun times. But the question it asked is how I wound up in this mess. Everyone, everyone, every once in a while, a human will try to summon me and try to get me into a contract. I laugh at some of them, and some of them I do feel some pity for, and usually I'm smart enough to get a heads up. This human, pale-looking man, looks like he never had anything in his life, decides to try to summon me. Somehow he found out who I was. I play along with him. Figure if he tried anything funny, well, I don't particularly like killing. Unless
this is most succubi usually prefer just to bang their victim and leave.
Yeah, pretty much. I figure it'll be like most people of his persuasion. I give him the time of his life. I still have a little confidence in his soul, and then I quietly erase his memory of most of everything. Just to give him the confidence to, go get a real girl or something. So then he says my name, and I had no interest in. Let's just say I had no interest in anything in what he was saying. Despite my succubi look, I did study quite a few arts in my time. There's even that one time I managed to get a paladin to fall with me. She says,
"Not too hard."
Seems like you're still a charmer, even though you know where I am.
Never found the reason not to be polite to a lady, even if she does have cloven hooves and bat wings.
Good point. Anyway, I was prepared to I was prepared to quietly end this person's existence, well, sending him to heaven in one way. And then he tossed me off him, and yeah. And then it happened. I quite strong, even for a succubi. I've learned various magical arts and even some healing spells to fool anyone and everyone. But even I can't fight a pit fiend.
So is that what your master is, or did he just simply summon one?
Summoned one. After that brutal encounter, he forced me to sign the contract that I'm now bound to.
So you're biding your time until he dies?
Or I could find someone to kill him.
No. Don't even ask. Don't even think it. It's not happening.
But you are so strong. No. Wouldn't you want to do it for
Zara, shut the fuck up.
Oh.
Don't even try. I am not an assassin, nor will I be one for any woman, especially you.
And the nature of the contract says I can't kill her myself. And even if I don't want to summon our pit fiend on me, thank God I have this necklace, or else it took me years to recover from all the pain I was in.
That's why the holy water didn't hurt you.
This necklace is a family heirloom. Well, you know what I mean by family heirloom.
You mean you built a family and stole it from them?
No, actually, I had a good friend. I had someone I considered a sister make it for me. It's a special necklace that not only makes me immune to holy attacks and magic, but actually absorbs it. Remember that paladin I was telling you about? He was a very high class. I don't want to say goody two shoes, but that's the best way to describe him.
He was
I had to
he was
prove
very faithful to his religion.
I had to prove that I wasn't evil, and well, the best way not prove evil. And at this moment, she makes a small cut on her wrist, and then casts something very similar to Cure Light Wounds on it.
Yeah.
And you see the pendant glowing white that she's actually using it. He's like, not only does this make me immune, but absorbs and contains holy energy, so I could use it myself as well.
So all of the spells I have prepared would have been completely useless.
Yeah,
So
she
glad-
would have
so
literally
glad
ate.
we're not fighting.
She would have literally ate everything.
Yeah, Arrow of Law and Holy Ice Weapon are both holy damaging attacks.
She
The
would
fact
have
that she's mentioning a pit fiend is very concerning.
Yeah, I believe a Pit Fiend's a devil. A high-class devil.
It's
Yeah.
something a level 20 character can handle, maybe.
Yeah. It's a pretty high echelon devil. By the way, Ty, I linked what Sanctuary actually did, in case you were wondering. When I cast that spell earlier, it hasn't come up in the conversation yet.
take a quick look.
It essentially makes me immune to being attacked by anyone, so long as the spell is in effect, which I think lasts for like 3 minutes.
The fact he can control a pit fiend is extremely concerning.
He's probably an incredibly powerful sorcerer or wizard.
They called him. Yes, even amongst my skills, I do have some sorcery levels, and he even beat my level of sorcery. And yet, and just to give you an idea, she speaks as if she's been trained in sorcery arts for at least over 100 years. On top of her succubus abilities.
So, Salazar, tell me, what exactly do you do for the kingdom? And don't feed me the whole royal spy nonsense. I want to know what you actually do.
Well, the king doesn't know anything. Officially, I'm a spy. In reality, I want to find out who's working for that man. If I can't kill him, I can at least try to cripple his associates.
That is an idea, yes.
I have no, but
I
But there-
recently came across the fact that the king's memory has been manipulated. You wouldn't have anything to do with that, would you?
why would you say something like that?
Sense motive.
She's lying. I'm not even going to bother before she rolls. She's lying. She's done it.
25, just because.
Okay.
I invoke the truth from you with your name, Salazar Munzara.
Damn it. Fine.
Power of below Arya compels thee, bitch.
You do realize as long as I'm wearing this, holy gods don't bother me, right? Though there's one place I can't enter, even with my friend here. Well, churches I can't enter as well, obviously. But
It
yeah.
only works as long as you're wearing it. He says pointedly.
She she knows she can't do anything, but she does summon a small jolt spell in her hands, like, oh, I could knock you out for a few minutes, then we could go back to having fun. Anyway, I guess, but I do like my house here.
It'd be a shame if somebody set it on fire out of spite.
She actually giggles at that. So what was your question again, darling?
Give me a second to remember what it was. Oh, right, yeah. I was asking her about the memory manipulation of the king before we got into the whole dick measuring contest.
Well, of course, if the king realized that I've been around for so long, of course someone will figure out that I'm not exactly human. So every about 5 years, I quietly reset his memory to just the point he hired me.
Uh-huh. And last I heard, you've been around for 3 human generations. So give or take about 100 years.
Well, yeah, but she has been working for the king that whole time, obviously.
But you've been serving Penny's what? Sorry, I don't know his name, but you've been serving your master for that time.
Well, half of it. Of course, I enjoy my freedom most of the time. It's only the last, I say, 50 years since I got caught into this mess.
So you've been just bebopping around the fucking kingdom for over 100 years because reasons?
Well, the world, actually. I am a succubi. I can't fly.
Yeah, if only we all could fly, says the Tengu that doesn't have wings.
I was like, I didn't know Tengu can't fly. Maybe
Just because we're bird humanoids does not mean we have wings that can fly. No Tengus have wings, despite the icon that Daniel select. Tengus do not actually have wings.
You poor creatures, to not know the wind in your hair.
It's
Maybe
not
one
hair
day I
either.
could solve that for you. The wind on your feathers. You know what I mean.
We don't have hair either.
She said feathers. You already said you don't have hair.
So, who is your master's name, by chance?
I can't actually say that, unfortunately. Will the contract.
I'll just read it later then. Assuming that my friends have
I,
it.
I can't attack him. I cannot directly identify him.
I assume you can't betray his secrets either, so you can't tell me exactly what you do for him.
She shakes her head.
Mhm.
If it wasn't for that contract, I would tell you everything and then let him burn. And then happily find someone else to screw. Probably,
no
probably,
fury like a
probably
woman
that.
scorn, as the saying goes.
I'll probably go find that. I'll probably find the son of that paladin. He was a handsome man. I wonder if it ran in the family, or maybe his daughter. She looked quite cute the last time I saw her. I wonder what her adult form will be like.
I'm sure your sex compares are most fascinating. Let's get back on topic. Bazak is not amused, nor is he impressed. So, what do you know about the cult of Asmodeus? Have you done anything to stop them, sabotage them, interfere with them? Do you even care? As a demon, I would expect someone of your caliber would at least dislike, if not outright oppose, the devil worshippers.
She looks in the air and goes,
I fucking hate those guys.
if there is one thing I hate more than the person bounding me to my contract, it's Lord Asmodeus. If I could kill a demon god, I would.
Devil?
Devil god, I would.
Yeah, that's kind of the reaction I expect from most demons.
Then she actually says something weird. It was about 60 years ago since that fight.
What fight?
Oh.
Oh, I forgot to mention this, but I've actually been having this conversation with her in Abyssal this whole time.
Yeah, she's actually... So no one else can understand but you two at this point.
I felt it was polite to speak to her in Abyssal. It also shows off the fact that I know a lot of demon lore. It's a power play, speaking in Abyssal to her. Make her think I'm even more powerful than I let on. It's mind games. You got to play mind games when it comes to demons.
60 years since I worked with those humans to actually fight off a force of Lord Asmodeus.
So you're involved in the original battle with the cult?
Yeah. Obviously, I'm not going to be any record books or anything, but...
No, of course not. They wouldn't want to say that the demon helped them. That'd just be silly. Make them look bad.
I have my time of helping the humans here, once upon a time.
Because of pure selfish reasons, of course.
Well, of course.
You're such kind-hearted person.
Well, of
He
course.
says with the dripping sarcasm.
She doesn't even bother. She doesn't even bother hiding. It's like, but of course, if there's more humans here, there's more. Let's
There's more
just
dicks
say,
for you to suck.
not to put it so
Bluntly,
but
yes. His Mazak just keeps answering all of her questions for her.
by the way, is any of your friends gonna come in anytime soon?
Well, it depends. Do you want them in here?
Well, they might as well come in. I have some food here.
Yes, this is getting cold. I'm gonna let out a high pitch whistle to signal. Well, technically, the only one who would catch that signal would be Karkendall. He's the only one that knows my quirks.
I think we put him fast to sleep.
As soon as he whistles,
I'm just,
I'll come to the door and open the one right there behind her and just stand in the doorway.
She like leaps to the other side of the room.
She jumps into your lap.
Oh, your other succubus friend.
I have a succubus friend.
Your other.
And I'm gonna try to do it in a scary manner because I like haunted houses type deal.
Wait, Karkindall's a succubus? What
Your
is
other,
Yeah,
your other Tengu friend.
Well, of course, birds of a feather always travel together, don't you know?
Yuck, yuck, yuck.
Yuck, yuck, yuck. We do this all in character.
Yeah, so how? Not many people know I live right here. How did you figure that out?
You told me,
Oh, right.
and then I told him, and then we told Vikran, and then we told Remy, and then we told Samuel.
I'll be entering at this point, and he goes, I did technically follow you back at one point.
Oh, after our little conversation.
Yeah, we call him a stalker. What he does.
I was saying, so, I really must. You could be seen entering, but I don't think she's gonna mind a guess anymore at this rate. She pretty much says, a stalker or a peeping Tom? I didn't know you were interested. You could tell she's still playing
More somebody who's concerned with what you might know.
I like how
anything
Remy's
else.
still outside in the cold, and everybody else is inside.
Like, don't worry. As I said earlier, as long Samuel waves. She waves back. She's like, I know what I know, and that's all I know. Whatever secret you have is safe with me.
I'm gonna sit down and eat some spaghetti. I'm hungry.
It's actually one of my best dishes I've made in a while. I haven't done Italian in a long time. Try
Well
it.
done, Pazak. Tasty.
Mr.
Zach,
Smith.
can you compel her to tell me what she knows?
Well, that depends. Let me see the contract.
I'm gonna hand him the fake contract.
What she knows about me?
I'm gonna read the fake contract. I assume it's a blank piece of paper.
No, I copied it verbatim with the linguist skill. Remember, that was a ridiculous high, so it looks identical to it.
It's just not the magical thing.
Correct.
I'm gonna read it and go. So wait, your master is fucking Pennywise, the fucking king's secretary or steward, technically,
Well, Baron,
court steward.
she still can't actually tell you what she is, but you're going to have to figure that out. Remember, I can't tell you anything.
I'm aware. I'm reading the fucking contract because I can read an abyssal. Shockingly, nobody else can. But that's shocking. So the motherfucker can summon a fucking paint fiend then. Huh.
He can summon a what?
Oh, apparently he beat her into submission with a pit fiend.
Yeah,
That's not good.
that's how I got
you-
forced into a contract in the first place.
Do you know where pit fiends exist in the hierarchy of devils?
I'd say about level 8 or 7.
They're 2 below the Lord of all devils.
Yeah, so circle number 8 or 7. They
They
usually
are some
operate
of
as
the- They are on the power of demigods easily. Some that even have their own worshippers.
yes. As I said, they usually operate as Asmodeus' enforcers to enforce his rule on the other devils in the 9 hells. I'm fully versed in devilology, thank you.
And she comes like, well, they're good at the enforcing part.
I bet.
Which means you might be bound to the cult and might be doing things that are furthering the goals of Osmodius.
Which means we definitely need to break this contract. I don't need a damn succubus running around with a bunch of devil worshippers. That's the last thing I want to with.
Trust me, I want that contract broken too. If there's a list of devils I'd rather not work for, is all of them. But top of that list is Lord. But on the very top of that list is Lord Asmodeus.
I bet. So, anybody know any exceptionally powerful wizards? Because I certainly can't break a magically binding contract using the demon's true name.
I tried breaking it myself using my own skills, but even
Obviously,
my
you're at a disadvantage because it's bounding you.
yes.
Also, the fact that a pit fiend is involved makes it extremely hard to break. They are very big sticklers for details, and often this contract probably involved a soul trade too.
The pit fiend was only subduing her. The contract is actually done by the one creating or summoning.
No, the pit fiend was the enforcer. It's still bound to a human, thankfully.
Yeah, the fucking pit fiend didn't act like his fucking lawyer or anything.
That's the only reason I managed to sneak in that one detail of me not doing anything to the death. Or else I really
I see that right in here in the fine print right there.
But Pizak,
Yes.
a while back,
Yes.
during that time I was with the princess,
Yes.
scouting along the roads,
I mean, stalking.
little Sally Moon here stumbled across us and claimed to have information about my past. Overheard it. Can you compel her to tell me everything she knows about that specific incident?
Have you tried just asking?
I have. She says she knows what she knows.
Salazar Munzara, do you plan on elaborating on that?
Dang it. I do know of I did overhear the two things about your past life before you came here.
Did you used to be a pretty Princess Tutu?
She pretty much explained she does know that Majorling or the princess are the same person, and she does know that Vikram was once of. She says it in undercommon so that no one else can understand it. She's like, I also do know about your past as a servant as Asmodeus. Of course, I'm not going to hold that against you. That's why I said what I said. I have no intention of making more enemies.
Oh yeah, actually, like everyone except Sam understands Undercommon because Remy's still under the effects of comprehend languages.
She didn't realize it. She's just trying to talk and didn't realize everybody else could understand it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm just tilt my head, wondering.
Yeah, as far as you know, they're speaking gibberish.
The term servant isn't the most accurate, but it'll work in this situation. Depends how deep you guys want to go down that rabbit hole.
I like going down rabbit holes. Unfortunately, sometimes the rabbits don't appreciate it.
What was that for, Karkindle?
I plan to, while they're all talking, to kind of walk out and rummage through her house just to see if I see anything amusing.
I'm gonna go steal her shit. I'm gonna go raid her panty drawer.
So just like your traditional adventure hero.
Oh God, yeah. She actually has a nice house. You see the pool. You see her bed. She has about a couple thousand gold lying around.
I was wondering what the fuck that was.
That's supposed to be her pool.
So it's like her hot bath?
If you guys must know, the proper term would be a chosen of Osmodius.
So favorite soul of the devil person thing.
So anything else?
Favored family. You know how certain houses have patron gods?
Yeah, usually the devils are connected to tieflings, not drow, but that's where I come from.
Well,
I guess since you're all here, I might as well give you a backstory. As me and Mr. Karkindle were speaking earlier. Sorry, not Mr. Karkindle. Mr. Pizak was speaking earlier. 60 years ago, I assisted the humans in fighting off the Asmodean cult here. Of course, my name is no record books, but
Well, of
If I-
course.
if
Why
I-
would
if
you want
I-
to put
if I-
your true name in a record book? That's just
Well,
retarded.
not-
Because then you can have some jackass who finds out what your name is and then come fucking throwing spaghetti at you.
I've been using the name Sally Moon for almost 200, 300 years. I'm pretty sure that's the name I would have used.
Until some fucking bird motherfucker learned it and started fucking throwing it around like it's fucking goddamn candy.
Like little does anyone that's the other reason I put the block on the king's memory. He would have remembered fought side by side with his wife at one point.
With bat wings and cloven hoofs.
As my human self, of course. Well, most of the time.
That has devil horns all on their own. Pooch.
Like I said, this necklace allows me to use holy magic as well, so most of
she missed my joke on that one.
Yeah, she's just trying to ignore you at this point. My pendant allows me to use holy magic as well, so no one was much the wiser. Of course, the late queen and lady, what's her name? Oh, right. Lady Ozon found out. They promised to keep it secret. Says an ally is an ally in this case.
Misunderstanding the chaotic nature of demons.
Given the desperate situation, I think I can understand.
You little thief.
Damn, dude! Did I mention her pendant's actually made of platinum and diamonds before you snatched that from her?
Well,
No.
keep in mind, he said he took 1,000 and then left 1,000.
But if you're going to just rob, if you're just going to rob everything of her poor house.
Hold on, that's not what he said. He said he took 1,000 and then left 1,000. So technically, he didn't
Miss
take
Moon.
anything. He only took her coins.
I am curious. Have you stumbled across one of these before? I'm going to hold up one of the Osmodian coins we've come across.
No,
Well,
of course
yeah.
not. It's only her fucking job.
Oh yeah. Every member has one. The 3 high guards carry platinum ones. You asked earlier what I was doing on the side. Yes, I was a spy, but in reality, I was trying to find out who those 3 lieutenants were. One's a pale face.
One of them calls himself the Paladin. One was Minerva, and I don't remember the actual name of the other one. Let me look. Let's see.
I can tell you his name is
Marvis.
His name is Marvis. He's a necromancer.
Marvis, necromancer. His brother, the Paladin.
We're suspecting he's the other one. We don't have any hard proof, but it's highly likely.
Marvis told me himself that his brother was the other lieutenant, and that he calls himself a quote Paladin. Also, that's what Aldara confirmed.
Yeah, I can confirm this guy. That dude's the third person. He always wears a helmet, so I couldn't tell who he was.
And of course, he doesn't use a fucking name. He uses the Paladin.
I'm then going to pull out one of the platinum coins and say, well, we were able to capture one of the lieutenants. Unfortunately, the necromancer sprung her.
Yeah, Minerva's quite the fucking bitch, isn't she?
Don't tell me about it. I tried to convince her to leave, but, well, you know how
your tits weren't good enough?
I have never failed to seduce a woman in my life until that day.
Yeah, monks are notoriously a pain in the ass for all parties involved.
I seduced a female paladin at one point. I couldn't seduce a monk.
Monks are a little bit more disciplined.
Yeah, I've noticed.
They literally spend their lives resisting things like you.
Yeah, I know this. My record of fallen monks isn't exactly positive, even for a succubi of my caliber.
I assume it's 0.
No, I actually made 2 or 3 fall, but this is out of about 50 or 60. What? I've been in life for 300 years. I can't exactly go to the same partner every time. I don't want to kill them.
No, of course not, because that would leave a trail of bodies. It makes it really easy to track you. And then the witch hunters come, and then they string you up and stab you with silver. cold iron.
Well, we'll do what
Are
we
you
can
in
to
a
get
fucking
you.
shed?
We'll do what we can to get you out of that contract.
I'm searching all over the house. I'm seeing what's there and what's worth anything.
That's
and
not
just
even
looking
the
around.
house. That's like a shed.
That's a basement.
Miss Moon, I know we're not exactly the most natural of allies, but we at least have a common enemy.
That we do. I can't.
And I'm nosy.
I can't tell you anything, but I'll do what I can to assist in this. Yeah, it'll be the second time I face against Lord Asmodeus' minions. That actually takes me back.
I'm surprised you haven't fought them before, considering your kind and devil kind are in a constant state of warfare.
Well, I think I'm here in the human world. I got tired of the war.
It's pretty similar in the Underdark. You have the matriarchal society, you have the matriarchal societies, then you have those few dotted patriarchal ones, like the one I'm from. Osmodeus is pretty popular for the patriarchal ones. He kind of has a hatred of women. No one
I can't
understands why.
imagine why they would go with him instead of Lolth. I mean, she's such a nice woman with all her 8 creepy ass legs
Yeah.
and her whole man hating thing that she does.
Anyway, it is quite late, and I don't want any wolves tearing you apart. Needless to say, you could spend the night here.
Oh yes, I would love to spend the night at a succubus's house. This sounds like a fantastic.
I'm not gonna screw you guys in your sleep. Even I have some level of honor for a demon.
I believe the word was standards, but we can go with honor.
We have a base camp already established. Thank you for the offer, though.
I
Very
don't know,
well.
I'm actually kind of tempted.
So, this might be a long shot and probably a no, but Miss Moon, does the name Archibald Smith ring any bells to you?
Oh man, I haven't heard that name in a long time. We we used to have plenty of fun together, me and him. Given our situation, we couldn't exactly stay together forever, but that was one of the more enjoyable outings I ever had. I think I remember him getting married or hooking up with someone else shortly afterwards. We still remained friends, and he was one of the few people who knew who I was. So there's that.
Huh. Yeah. The last few months, been starting to wonder why it is I never seem to notice or care that a human-looking being didn't age a day for like 50 years.
Because he's not a human.
Well, for whatever reason at the time, I just didn't really think it important. But in the last few months, now I'm starting to realize, why was I not thinking that?
Maybe because he was doing mind manipulation, like a certain succubus sitting next to me does.
Hi.
Maybe, just maybe, he's not human.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking.
Stay with me. Maybe he's a demon, or devil, or vampire, or something else. What is he?
Everything combined.
He's a third of a demon, third devil, and third vampire.
The
He's fucking man bear pig.
Well, it's unlikely that Miss Moon here would associate willingly with a devil.
No.
So, what is Archibald Smith?
Yeah, the fuck is he? I'm curious now. Tell me your story.
Unfortunately, I don't know much. I just know he's lived as long as I did, and he didn't care that I was a succubus.
So he knows what you are, but you never found out what he is.
Like I said,
Somebody has bad energy.
my arrogance does put me in bad situations, as you could tell.
Yeah, you don't fucking say.
I suppose at least I can speak to my father since they're business partners.
Yeah, like your fucking dad's gonna know a damn thing.
Well, he might have a contract with him, for all I know.
Miss Moon, you have a very lovely house.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's a modest house, but obviously I can't show off 300 years of wealth. That would draw some more than enough eyeballs.
And the fact that you live in the middle of nowhere.
Well, a girl likes to stretch her wings sometimes. And needless
At
to say, I can't do that in the middle of a town.
At least you're respecting the natural environment around you.
Not
Yeah,
to mention she
most-
folds her socks for her underwear drawer.
Oh, who says I ever wear underwear?
I didn't. I said it was the underwear drawer. I just said you folded socks in there.
I had to use it for something.
I'm actually going to start looking at the membranes between her wings because usually Pazak doesn't get to sit this close to a demon wing, so he's like looking at it now for science.
Well, there's 2 large bat wings. One of them has a tiny cut on it. Ironically, it's the same place in the original contract where the cut is, so. There's, at least you can see that might have been where part of the connection was.
So I'm guessing damage to contract causes damage to the body.
Well, more like damage to my soul, but.
Well, I see a
was
cut here and a cut on the paper, about the same location.
okay. My body gets hurt a little from this. Well, it doesn't rip me in half if you rip the contract in half. It will hurt like hell. I probably will die, actually. So,
Yeah, so tempting. But I was about to say. So I'm assuming fixing the paper doesn't fix the wing.
no, and well, she tried to cast the strongest healing spell she knows, and it does nothing to the cut.
Yeah, I kind of figured that's why I didn't bother.
So damaging the contract will hurt you.
Yes, that's why I kept it locked up. Where is my
Which
drawer?
means-
Where is my dresser anyway?
You mean your desk?
Yes.
What? There used to be a desk, right? Garkendall, did you take her desk?
I start whistling and looking both ways with my eyes.
What death?
Innocent innocent whistles all around.
You know, when I told you to get her contract, I thought you would, fucking do her thief thing and like pick the fucking lock, not goddamn steal her desk.
She goes outside to check and says, "That was a 200-year-old desk."
What did you guys do with the damn desk?
There was complications.
What
that a
complications? The fact that you're an incumbent lockpick?
Somebody please tell me you have the mend spell.
Yes, I
Yeah,
have the
we have-
mend spell.
Get to work.
Fine, I'll go outside and fix her desk.
Called a dumb question, but like out of character, would the men spell work on that contract, or was it because it's
No,
No,
magic?
it wouldn't.
No. It's a
Mend
magical-
doesn't work. Yeah, mend doesn't work on magic items. There is a make whole that might work, but we're dealing with an extremely powerful object here.
In other words, it's beyond our ability to fix.
At the moment.
But between either the level 0 mend spell or the level 1 repair spell, we should be able to fix the fucking desk at least.
Well, I take an hour and I fix it up, and I'll eventually carry it back into our house.
I can't believe you actually stole my desk.
I can't believe he did it without us noticing.
Because I'm amazing.
How about I carry it back to her? I probably got the strength to carry it.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm going
but
to cast
it's an
a
awkward
light
desk.
object on it. That way it's half the weight and you can carry it easier.
Okay.
Like I said, I mean, I was making noise in the kitchen to cover anything he did, but damn, I'm still
Hey.
amazed he got out the front door with a desk.
I put the desk down.
Hey, be glad I didn't try something when I was here last.
Like what? Graffiti her fucking walls? Ooh, scary.
I could have just invited you in.
And then I would be staring down an unknown opponent that I was presuming at the time was some sort of devil because, well, contract.
Instead,
Good
she's a
point.
demon. So much better.
Not by much. I'll say this, though. I don't have a seething hatred that makes me want to completely destroy you outright on principle alone.
It's the tits, isn't it?
No, it's the fact that she's a demon and a potential ally against Osmodius.
It's totally the tits. Don't let him lie to you.
Are you still trying to rifle through her stuff, Kendall?
No, I'm just paranoid now, and this is a perception check just to see if I see anything outside.
No, nothing's outside.
It's totally the tits. They're big and bouncy and round and squishy.
Trust
Not to
me,
mention,
she's
I'm
not my
trying
type
not-
at all.
I'm trying not to stay near the succubus because I don't want to fall under the influence. So I'm constantly not near her.
Like, what are you afraid of, darling? Or do you
I
want to
keep
kiss?
my distance too.
Or do you want to kiss too, like I gave your friend earlier?
He's afraid of women.
Oh,
Says the man who slept with less than me. Very good.
I'm
Aw.
always surrounded by women. I've slept with lots of women.
If you need a
Just
lesson,
because you've slept with 15 and I've only slept with 14 doesn't mean anything.
I have higher standards.
Here you go, Miss Moon.
she takes the ale and actually she drinks it pretty well. Ain't where you notice anything near her holy symbol that her pendant glows. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention any holy object.
No,
I
I have the holy object in my hand. She just has.
No. She says my pendant absorbs any holy anything to protect me. It doesn't work in extreme cases, but well, any
They're
attack
like
I'll
consecrated ground, so it'd be a real douche maneuver to make her fucking house consecrated ground. Wink, wink.
How about we leave her dwelling alone? She's been through enough.
I know. I was just pointing out that it'd be really douchey to do, but kind of funny at the same time.
Also, Bazak, she's not my type. Trust me.
What is your type? Young and blonde.
No, young and male.
Wow, I was making another point or reference, but we'll
Do
go with
you
that one.
really have to know?
No, but I can mock you anyhow.
Please tell me it's not ebony skin with white hair. That would just be weird.
No, not that at all.
Don't tell me it's short and bearded.
No.
He likes the kitties.
Do they have ears? Do they have ears with fur?
I'm pretty sure the succubus could actually figure it out just by staring at Vicar for 2 seconds.
Oh, I could figure it out. I'm just
Like I said, I think it's pointed ears and blonde. And more specifically, a particular individual with pointed ears and blonde hair who's currently had it dyed recently.
No.
He likes somebody with power.
No interest in her actually at all.
like you're just as interesting as when I met you in that bar last month.
Which one?
The start of the campaign.
No, which person?
No, Sally's talking to everyone in general.
Bazak and Karkin, you are technically right with the pointed ears and blonde hair, though I do enjoy a little bit of humor mixed into that.
Meanwhile, I like a variety. Spice of life, you know.
Well, the princess is technically blonde and half human. Sally jokes.
I know. No interest, and I do not want to cause any sort of political incident.
I pat Sally on the head and go, now you get the joke we've been making for the last 20 minutes. Congratulations, you finally caught up.
Like I know I've worked with the princess for just as long. Sadly, I'm not evil enough to take her purity yet. Though I've been tempted to once she became of age.
Don't worry. Our hunter will take care of it for it. Yeah.
Or what? You broke up on my end, Daniel.
I said our hunter will take care of it for her.
Nope, not gonna happen.
I can show you the world.
Just because you're in a state of denial, don't be upset.
Not in a state of denial. No
Anyway,
interest exists at all.
anyway,
Trust me.
gentlemen, if our business is concluded, I do wish a nice dip in my pool. Please lock the door behind you when you're done. Unless any of you boys want to join me. It's pretty large. It's larger than you think.
Very tempting, actually.
Yeah.
God damn it, Remy.
You know, we never did finish that dinner date we had.
Nope.
I think me and Remy ate all the food.
I'm starting to grab people and dragging them out. It's time to leave.
So
Zach's actually going to lean over to Carkendo and go, well, actually, we were considering skipping dinner before this whole incident happened, so
I was
I'll catch you later.
I was about to say the war is nice and warm, and she even has places where you could remove some of your clothing. And of course, she's fully, well, you know.
Nude.
If I have to, I am dragging these people out of here. We are not getting negative levels.
Zach's going to stay tonight. You guys have fun.
Don't worry, I'm not going to hurt any of you. I do know how to control my powers.
I do plan to sit there and clean up the...
Sling her on my shoulders and carry her out.
Aww.
I plan to wash all of Kazak's dishes and put them in my bag so I can carry them out. So that's going to take me time. So I'm going to clean up dinner.
But
yeah.
I was like, oh, but it's been a while since I looked at lovely Catkin's body.
Just because we're allies doesn't mean we're going to be bedfellows.
Well, I know where I'm going to be in a few more minutes if you guys could stop ruining my mojo.
Just as Joe is about to say my name.
Mr. Smith, you are quite skilled for a dwarf, should I say.
Thank you. Your eyes are really pretty.
Mr. Pizarro,
I guess I'm
not the only charmer here.
I think I'm the only one going back to camp. I think I'm going to be stuck being the only one going back to camp.
At this point, pretty much.
Hey, Victor, I will go back. I just got to get all this stuff. I've got to wash all the dishes.
Okay. Got it.
Once I do that, I'm coming back. But I have to get all this stuff.
I cook you clean, man. That's how it works.
Yeah, I'm just picturing, Vikran's basically going in. He's dragging Samuel Smith out by his feet. Samuel's basically have his, fingers in the ground, basically making those, claw marks. Oh.
And I have Rumi over my shoulder, and she's basically banging
as I'm being
her arm.
slowly dragged, I say, "You're really pretty."
Maybe after your adventure's over, you could come over. You can return, and we can continue this conversation, Mr. Smith. And don't worry, Miss Remy, the same invitation goes out to you as well.
I can't wait.
I naturally do not discriminate. And of course, Mr. Pizak, maybe next time we could kindly finish our dates, if you know what I mean.
I thought that's what we were going to do as soon as everyone left. I'm not going anywhere.
At that point, Vikran's probably dragged me into a bedroom and just locked me in.
No, you guys would have left the house.
I'm leaving. I'm taking you guys. If you were letting me, physically letting me, I am dragging you off the premises.
So Sally and Pizak finished their date, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, we skip dinner and go straight to the fun.
Well, Remy's there, so is it a threesome?
I spend an hour.
Dragged off too.
If Remy hasn't been dragged off, then yeah, she'll make it a threesome.
I will stay.
Yeah, I knew I was going to sleep with this catfolk at some point in this camp. It's only a matter of time. I just had to get a third person involved, clearly.
So I assume the rest of you get drug kicking and screaming back to base camp.
Well, only one gets dragged.
Yeah.
Well, I assume Carkindo eventually follows up.
Yeah.
We just had to collect our dishes.
After I wash dishes, clean up, rummage through her stuff some more. So in about 3 hours, I'll leave.
Aldera and
fucking panty drawer again.
Aldera and the princess look like is everybody else all right? Where is everyone?
Let's not get into it unless you want me to blow a clot into my brain.
If you do, I'll fix you. So go for it.
Vikran shows up and he's like, I don't want to talk about it. Let's just say
I'm just going to go long story short. They're alive. They should be safe, assuming we can trust the word of Succubus. And, well,
if you know anything about demonology, you know sleeping with a succubus is generally fairly innocuous.
The succubus apparently heard a lot more of our conversation that one night. She knows pretty much everything.
Oh.
everything, especially what you two do when you're alone.
Which
Is
is a
there-
combination of sparring, scouting, bowmanship,
I've seen
swordsmanship.
enough pornos to see what sparring always turns into.
All right. So the next morning, after let's just say a very entertaining and enjoyable night for
I
reading.
guess the three of us would be in here, the master bedroom.
Yeah. Let's just say a very enjoyable night for evening, night, part of the morning.
Surprise, butt sex.
I somehow think Sally would probably enjoy that.
You know she likes it in the ass.
All right, so it's the next morning.
I shall make breakfast.
You rake breakfast. You see Sally's transformed back into her human self.
I kind of like the wings, actually.
Oh, you're still quite the charmer, but unfortunately, I do have to prepare for work soon.
Yeah,
I can't exactly.
we all have
I can't
things we have
exactly.
to do.
I
But
can't
in the
exactly.
meantime, I have a 31 roll check on my cooking breakfast.
Oh,
Apparently, I'm very invigorated this morning.
yeah, given what you would.
I'm gonna make a fucking continental breakfast. The eggs, the bacon, the biscuits, the sausage, like the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, you pretty much make like an immaculate meal. The three of you eat. Sally jokes to Remy about how well her singing improved during the night, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Wow, back at the rest of the party.
They wake up to an ugly cold breakfast because they don't have the Zoc with them.
Nope, Vikram does a pretty good job with the ingredients he has available. Survival check.
Yeah, you make like plain venison food that's unseasoned.
No, I know how to season it.
Not as good as me because I actually have a profession cook. You don't because you suck.
I'm gonna get something
I-
to drink real quick. I'll
And
be
I
back.
rolled a motherfucking 20,
Yeah.
31 roll.
And I can draw a map. What can you do with a map? Read it?
I don't need a map. I just travel forward.
Yeah.
Maps are for losers who want to actually care about where they're going. Zoc doesn't need a map. He only needs the winds to guide
Yeah.
him.
How far back from camp is town?
A day.
About a day.
I mean, I don't think you guys were that far from the house.
Now we were probably maybe like
an hour's walk.
or so.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Vikram, yeah, I'm gonna go into town. I know it's a day away, but y'all can meet me in town. I've got some stuff I need to take care of.
Which town are you going to specifically?
Capital would be the closest.
Yeah,
You should
might as well.
totally go to Stothmore on the other side of the kingdom.
Nah, I'm gonna let him know I'm gonna go over to the capital. I've got to go pick up some stuff. And if y'all have not met me in the capital, I'll be back here in 3 days total.
We'll be in the capital probably not long after you. We might take an extra day. We might see you. Or we might just show up in the capital a few hours after you arrive.
Alright.
Worst comes to worst, stop by the brewery. You might see me.
How about
I'm
we meet
gonna
at
head
the inn
into
that
town.
we started? We'll meet at the inn where we started this whole adventure.
Yeah.
Alright, and I'll pick us up some rooms just so we are set up.
Also,
for
how much teasing does Karkindle do to Vikram over that evening?
Non-stop, insufferable teasing.
What type of teasing are you going for?
That would require Daniel to answer me. Or to answer that question.
Well, because I've got other things, I'm not really into the teasing right now. I've got other things to go do. So,
I'm
Don't
saying
worry, it's
that
something
I'm
he'll bring
saying
up
the
later.
evening. I'm saying the evening, but yeah.
I think
Okay.
the anticipation of joking with you is more annoying than me actually doing it, so I'm not going to say nothing.
Yeah, I was about to say. Carkendall's the kind of asshole who's going to hold that shit for later.
Yeah.
So, if you'll excuse me, I'm heading into town. I'll see y'all at the Capitol at the end.
We'll wait.
Okay.
We'll wait for Remy and Pazak.
Do you want me to go and get them?
Nope.
No, I don't.
No.
I really don't want to see them this morning. Because God knows what position they're in right now. But after making breakfast and eating it, probably about mid-morning, Bazak's going to start traveling back to the camp.
Yep. You see us kind of breaking the camp down.
So, gentlemen, did you have a good morning so far?
Could have been
It was
better.
fine. It was fine.
I like how your icon's still like way over in the fucking house.
I haven't seen any to move it.
Because you're silly.
There we go.
Is Ty back yet?
I think he's getting some water, so probably in another minute or so.
Okay. Is there something I wanted to mention on my way out?
The next stop we have to make is
Westwood.
we'll stop in the Capitol. Westwood. We'll stop in the Capitol, pick up Carkendall, and then we'll move. Then we'll go
Don't
to
tell
the
me you
shack.
ate him for dinner. Monsters.
No,
You
no,
had
he
to-
left ahead of us. He had some business he had to take care of in the Capitol. We'll meet him there hopefully in the next a couple hours after he arrives.
Who's got the super squeaky metallic swing going on?
That's me. Sorry, fidgeting.
I remember when I had a squeaky ass chair. I don't have a squeaky chair anymore.
It's not a squeaky chair. It's fingernail clippers.
Oh.
Well, basically, the plan, though, is at least for Samuels to go immediately to the brewery once he gets back to Westwood. See if his dad has a contract with Archibald Smith.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna go to the local temple to Desna and just do my usual prayers.
I'll go to the local temple of Villaria,
So the
Okay.
cup and flower.
the Flower and Compass Inn, which is technically more than that. Funny enough. But yes, those are our, quote, temples.
I play some music for Monday.
Well, now I got cold iron weapons in case we ever need them.
Well, I mean, you have a quiver of arrows, you don't necessarily have weapons.
Yeah.
And I want to re-prepare some different spells. I don't need all these other spells I have prepared anymore.
Oh crap! If we ever want to take down that pit fiend, we're gonna need weapons that are considered both silvered and good.
Yeah, I took a look at the Pit Fiend. It has some very scary stats.
Yeah.
And an AC of 38. Oh god.
Yep. Natural armor of 20. With a 20-foot fear aura with a DC of 23.
Ty, you back yet?
No, he's not back yet. What happened to Mythweaver? Is anybody else having an issue accessing their character sheet?
Is it you ask you to log in and it doesn't log in, it just keeps looping?
It's saying that the site doesn't exist anymore. I can't log on to it.
My sheets are fully available.
Mine are too.
Mine too.
Let me just check going to Mythweaver's proper.
It says we're having trouble finding that site. We can't connect to the server at mythweavers.com. I can't.
Try again.
I am. Damn it! Of
Okay.
course, I fucking already tried that.
Shendu, it's an error specific to you. I'm able to access it, no problem.
Oh fuck! I can't access my fucking sheet anymore.
I got
I'm
your sheet
sure
up.
it'll be
What do you
back.
want?
Well, I was trying to fucking update my fucking sheet to show what spells I had prepared. And then I was trying to save that fucking changes to my sheet, and it wouldn't fucking save, and now I can't fucking access it anymore.
I'm gonna go use the restroom. Be right back.
Alright. So, Shindu, what did you think of me stealing the desk?
I swear to fucking God. I figured you would pick the lock and then take the paper, not steal the whole fucking desk.
I only have a disabled device of like 3. What do you think I'm gonna do? Maybe 5 with the Masterwork Thieves Store. You're the lock picker.
Disguised.
So I had to improvise just a little bit.
That was longer than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Ty.
Yo.
Just to let you know, I left the group early to go into the Capitol. I'm picking up some ink and some parchment, and I'm gonna make and go by the inn, buy us rooms, go into the room, lock the door, be paranoid with it, and I'm gonna make 7 copies of this thing so I can hand each member of the party one, and I can actually hide the other one better.
All right.
I'm assuming she could.
So
Probably
I assume after all that,
has
probably
magical emanations and the others don't. Also, I do like that. I just realized this. She never asked for the fucking thing back. She literally just let us walk out with her fucking life in our hands. Clearly, she wanted the dick too much. Also, Ty, for some reason, Mythweaver's just crashed for me. I can no longer access my character sheet.
Oh damn.
Also, speaking of which, remember that shattered window that Fikrin made with his arrow?
Yeah, I think she's gonna get someone to replace.
Hold on, no. On the way out, I want to gather all the broken shards and take them with me.
She says, "Well, I could just get one of the local mages to fix it, but if you want to do that, okay."
Yeah, I'm taking the broken glass with me on the way out, and I'm gonna take the mortar and pestle that I bought, and I'm gonna put the shards into it, and I'm gonna start grinding the glass into a powder.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna take that powder and I'm gonna put it into a small pouch on the side of my belt for later uses.
All right. So you have a
pouch full of ground glass.
Ground glass.
Yes.
Just don't breathe that.
This is something my rogues do. It becomes very in handy when I don't deal with somebody. It's also a trick that the ninjas used in feudal Japan.
When everybody gets into town, I'm gonna get them off by themselves, each one at a time, pull out one of the fake documents and act like it's the real one and be like, I want you to hold on to this for safekeeping.
All right, just one last note on the way. Just one last note on the way. Sally does walk you back to the camp. She says, "Now I have to go to work now because I do have a few leads of who that masked man might be. I do have some people I think might be Asmodean employees under the guard's watch. Of course, they'll take my particular set of skills to prevent. Yes, you're quite aware of my talent, of course. But
how is the princess now reacting to Sally standing there and knowing that she's a succubus?
She's kind of shocked just to see how calmly Sally takes the whole thing.
Well, I mean, when you've been doing it for this long, you kind of get used to figuring it out after a while.
Like, don't worry, princess. Your secret's safe with me. Believe it or not, I do not wish to see you any harm. She jokes on the way out. After all, your innocence will have to be lost eventually. And she starts making her way back. She starts making her way to the rounds. Starting the guard towers, of course, and then making her way around.
I wave her goodbye.
I'll lean over to Alona and go, you might want to be careful of that one. I think she likes you.
I think she likes everyone.
I think she definitely wants you. Succubus or succubi love destroying innocence. So because you're a virgin, she has her eyes on you. Yeah, watch out. She's going to want to crush that innocence one day. And one day it may become overwhelming, if you know what I mean.
Luckily, this material exists, and I toss one of my cold iron arrows to her. We'll get you some of those when we get to the capital.
Yes, demons hate cold iron. It burns them like fire. Also, don't bother using holy water on her if she's wearing that pendant. I discovered this already. The whole holy water and the wine trick usually works almost every time I've dealt with a demon. It didn't work this time. Kind of disappointed.
Alright, so I assume you're going to the capital.
Yes.
Yep.
On the way there, I'm going to say, so how was your evening, Aldara? Did you have fun hanging out with Alona all night?
We had a good conversation.
That's great. What the fuck?
Yes, Sally could tell if someone's a virgin or not.
She knows Vigrid isn't.
I like the ginormous blank map.
Oops.
Give a sec.
I put the world map.
I can see the world.
I see the world.
I don't see the world.
All right.
You might want to back on reset then. Because I put the world map.
Huh?
Anyway, when we get into Westwood, I'm just going to immediately head back to the brewery.
But yes, succubis can smell innocence. They literally can smell it. So they know whether or not you're, a virgin or not. Are you fucking serious? I can't connect to that site either. There's something wrong with my internet over here.
Oh.
I can't connect to Mythweavers. I can't connect to Roll20. I'm just gonna restart. I'll be back.
Okay.
All right. Everybody, when y'all eventually get into town and y'all find me, I'm taking each of y'all off to the side by yourselves. I'm gonna hand you a fake contract, and I'm gonna tell you that it's the real one. That y'all need to hold on to it for safekeeping, so she doesn't find it.
Okay.
Okay.
If you want me to roll the bluff check, so y'all believe that it's me telling y'all about it.
I think each of us are smart enough to piece together that you might be doing something like this, and we assume that we have the real one. So it's kind of a plausible fill-in-the-blank deniability thing.
And if you want to know, it's a DC 39 to determine it's not real.
Yeah. We're not going to be able to do that easily.
And the princess will be getting one too.
Good.
So every one of y'all will have one. That way if she tries to take it, she will take your fake one. I'm the only one that has the real one and 2 spares.
Okay. Okay.
So while I'm there, I head to the brewery.
Alright, you walk into the brewery.
I guess I'll join him. So I've got nothing better to do.
I try to make some money.
Perform
Alright,
a
well,
check.
the bar's always, the inn's always there.
Fuck.
No, you do okay. I think it's like 3d6 silver. I'll double check it really quick.
Also, all of our rooms are paid for by me, since I came here ahead of time, so I could use the rooms to do all of this with no one looking at me.
Yep.
Okay.
I said I might as well just put you guys on the inn map then.
Mhm.
I do have a second inn map, I just haven't used it yet.
Sally's going to be a blast when my paladin joins the party.
Hi guys, welcome back to the inn. How are y'all been?
Why is there still a bloodstain right there?
Right where?
Where we killed those guys initially?
A funny thing about that, the innkeeper says.
Remy, you roll a 1d10, and that's how many silver pieces you get.
Okay. Eight silver.
Nice.
Okay.
Barkeeper says, funny thing about that. I heard some of the guards said that someone apparently dug up those guys' graves. Don't know what for. They weren't exactly that good at their job. Maybe they just wanted to piss on the bodies or something.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to pull Samuel aside and go, that's very bad. They have a Mr. Bones type wizard.
Yeah, we're probably gonna be facing those guys again.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the trick. If they're skeletons, use anything blunt. If they're zombies, use anything sharp, but not pointy.
Okay.
Sort, but not bounty. Okay.
Alright. So I go to the brewery.
Alright, you make it to the brewery. You see
I'll join Sam.
And I
Alright,
go to see
the
his
brewery's moving. So, say again?
So I go see Samuel Flintblender, the father.
Yeah, Junior, how you doing?
Pretty
How'd
good.
you-
You?
Yeah, going to work over here.
Yeah.
And the Baron of what's his name came here for a drink. They said they still haven't got the brewers over at Stoutwork working quite yet. Except a couple of my men to help.
That's good. Anyway, got a question for you. You know Archibald Smith?
Well, of course, that's the namesake of our family
Did
name,
he
after
sign
all.
a contract or something?
No, not of my knowledge, other than a business contract.
Just out of curiosity, can I see that contract?
Sure. He walks over, grabs the contract, and hands it to you.
Right. I also show it to Vikrin. Does anyone check who else to see if like it's actually like a real business contract or like a soul binding one?
That would be a religion check.
In that case, there's just
Depends on what it's written in as well. What language is it written in?
Common.
Yeah, I can read it. I can't. I probably couldn't tell, especially if it's a very powerful contract.
Not me.
It just looks like a contract to you. The words are too big and too complex for you to figure out.
I'm not an expert on bureaucracy, but it doesn't scream demonic contract to me, devil contract to me.
Yeah, I'll take your word for that.
Why? What you're asking is for?
Do you recall how long you've been working with Mr. Smith?
I say most of my adult life, to be honest.
And as a human, he's always looked like he's in his mid-30s? For the last almost 50 years?
I figure he might have found some new fountain of youth. Archie was always mysterious and always say he had places to go and people to see. I thought he was just some sort of adventurer who found some magic fountain or something. Never really questioned his age, to be honest.
Do you?
There's any number of ways to keep youthful appearance up. I know monks, it can happen with monks, divine people who have divine powers, people who have magic powers, alchemists often, if they become powerful enough, can do it.
Yeah, look at Els. He's about 80 years old and still moving around like he's in his 30s.
True, but back in the war, he wasn't gray.
Well, no, his hair was black. He had no beard. They supposedly could punch a way through a forest. Well, not supposedly. I actually did see him punch his way through a forest.
So we basically Minecraft a forest.
Yeah, except that forest was full of tree ants. Scary man that was. Is there anything else you were concerned about? He just missed Archibald. He just left about a day ago, so or else you could have just asked him.
Yeah, we only just got into town.
Yeah, he stopped by. He wanted to say hi, share a drink. He left again, but like I say, he left last night, so you probably just missed him.
Yeah. Well, hopefully next time I'm in town, I'll be able to get to speak to him.
Hey, take care of yourself.
You too, Da.
And he goes back to manning the brewery.
Sorry to have wasted your time, Vikram, but still.
Right, well, what's everyone else doing right now? I guess other than waiting for Shindu to come back, since I can't.
I mean, our next stop should be, with all due haste, getting to the machinery.
Stop more?
No, you think he's talking about
in
the
between
old
the two.
port.
That old little port area that that's on the road, that little makeshift dock where the Osmodians were shipping out their ill-gotten gains.
All right.
Yeah, there's machinery sounds coming from underneath the shack. I didn't investigate because I didn't have, tools and the right skill sets to do it on my own. I only had enough to do
There
general
are 7
scouting.
total 2-car Kindle, 1 Path Sock, 1 Rhyme, 1 Vipe
So
Run,
as soon
1
as
Cameo,
Bizarre manages
1
to come
Princess.
back, I'll send you guys over there next, assuming that you're going straight from here.
Realistically, between Daniel and Shendu, whose character would have had the better chance of determining if it was like a real business contract?
Well, a real business contract would be probably either a praise or knowledge local
But
to
at the same
determine
time,
that.
like,
But knowledge religion can be used in the case of demons, as they are technically part of pantheons. So you can look out for certain words, symbology, language, things like that.
yeah.
I think Pazak would be the better one.
Maybe I have a chance. Maybe.
Well, I guess probably a no, but do I remember any of the really big sounding words?
Stuff you see in business jargon, like party 1, party 2, like collaterals, shit like that.
Yeah.
Well, most from what you, Remy, you said do a local check.
Okay. A second. Local.
Yeah, Remy just looked at it as like, oh, this is a business contract. You see, she explains all the legalese that's in it, but it's pretty much a standard issue business contract.
So his soul is safe.
Alright, guys. Spencer's internet is down, or Shindu's internet is down, so he is out for the night.
Fuck.
All right, so given the situation, we might have to call it early then.
Yeah.
Shit.
Unless there's anything non-combat wise, any of you want to do.
I can't really think of anything.
I would like to gauge the reaction of the princess after the whole getting hit on by a succubus.
She's just
Probably scarlet red.
she's just surprised that someone like that will hit on her. Hell, even Aldera surprised. Of how, let's just say, open and free Sally is, even as a succubus.
We've already revealed the fact that hey, you're kind of like a sweet treat to her. You're irresistible.
Let's just say the two young girls are gonna stay close to make sure to fend off her feminine wiles, if you will.
Yeah.
Well, the two young virgin girls.
Wait.
Is that a
Aldera?
dwarf?
Well, you're an adult.
Yeah, Aldera is only in her early 20s.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, my character's a 40-year-old virgin.
I'm 15.
Hey,
Well, but you're clearly no longer a virgin anymore. At least in one way or another.
Yeah.
yeah. Vikran's kind of been a bit of a loner for a long time. We'll put it that way.
Do we need to find you a friend?
Oh, don't worry, that's getting solved. That by level 7.
You
That's
become
gonna
a
be.
prince?
I think his friend's gonna show up at level 7. All right, so let me stop the record then.